Woohoo! Get up and get loud. Woohoo!
And how about those Devils? How about those Devils? And how about those Devils? How about those Devils?
How about those Devils? Woohoo! Oh, welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. Whew. Oh, guys, let me just calm down. I drove like an absolute maniac, dodging prison to get back to you fine folks just moments after General Sheldon Keefe stepped down from the podium. I must say, I'm a little impressed. Newark was on complete lockdown. What an out-of-body experience it was tonight at the Rock. My voice is shot. I am physically, mentally, emotionally drained. I am drained in every way a man could be drained. But tonight, your New Jersey Devils, our beloved New Jersey Devils, buckled down and put together a signature motherfucking playoff win at the Rock, blowing a 2-goal lead. We'll get to all this in due time. Blowing a 2-goal third period lead, which was disheartening, but found a way. Perseverance, overcoming adversity, just putting your head down and taking the punches, survive in overtime, some other scares, and Shimo Nemec, my friends. What a redemption arc for that man. We'll get to all of that later on as well. But our New Jersey Devils, they do it. I'm drained, guys. The New Jersey Devils get it done, winning in double overtime, courtesy of my man Nemo, beating the Carolina Hurricanes by a score of 3-2 in double overtime, sending the New Jersey Devils faithful home in an absolute frenzy. And so, you guys already know. I must ask. I must know.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? We have a fucking series. Let's go. We have a series on our hands. The New Jersey Devils are now only down 2-1, setting up a game 4, which should be for the ages. And my God, guys, I don't even know how I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to bed anytime soon. I have a lot of editing and things to do after this. There's so much to get to, but wow, guys. But obviously, first case of business, win or lose, we booze. I'm going with the Nooners. This is my official summer drink. It was a summer day out there. Win or lose, we booze. This is going to be one of the most delicious victory beverages in quite some time. Cheers to all of you. Oh, when it hits your lips, nothing like victory beverages. And guys, I am just on cloud 9 right now. Shout out to my man, Brian. Once again, inviting your boy to the game. Me and Brian had us a time from outside. We had just such a great time. Thank you, Brian. You're the man. What an absolute one for the ages. And actually, not that this says a lot because the Devils have sucked primarily almost the entire time we've played at Prudential Center. But one of my buddies texted me at some point that it was already the longest game in Prudential Center history, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, it makes sense. We haven't had a ton of lengthy games in the building. NJ Devil's blood. I'm trying to go through my progressions here, but I just caught your comment out of the corner of my eye. Great meeting everyone who I met. I met a bunch of you guys today at the game. Shout out to all of you. I met a bunch of people at the game, whether it was inside before or outside beforehand on the concourse, or inside during the game. But shout out to everybody that I met. Always love meeting people and putting some faces to names for the regulars. But wow, guys, I am drained. Your New Jersey Devils have defied all odds. After it was tied 2-2 and went to overtime, I'm not going to lie, your boy was down. I mean, who wasn't? I mean, to blow a 2-goal third period lead, but I always kept the faith. But my God, what a dramatic victory. Daniel, thank you, sir. We deserve the booze. Cheers to you. Let's go Devils. We absolutely deserve the booze. Daniel, thank you much for the super. It was just, what a game. I mean, wow, just another roller coaster. A roller coaster game in what's been a roller coaster season. Like I've said, the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, and I'm trying to break this thing off. Blowing a 2-goal third period lead in a game like that was quite frankly devastating. I mean, I'm sure lots of you felt the same way I did. And I'm not going to lie, it did really deflate the crowd. It really did. And I'll get to all this in a minute. But let me just get to the game because I'm mumbling, and we'll get back to everything, and I'll start diving in the comments. But very exciting from the jump. Kind of back and forth first period. I thought the Devils looked pretty crisp. But to open it up at 16-11, he gets in all alone and gets the step at 16-11.
He's pretty, and he lives in Jersey City, number 13, nicohischier.
Nicohischier, the captain. My captain, your captain, the captain of the New Jersey Devils, and the man who should win the Selke, but he'll at least be a finalist, gets his second of the playoffs at 16-11 from timomeier and Andre Palat, giving the New Jersey Devils the 1-0 lead. And the arena was in a frenzy, guys. This is playoff puck, baby. The arena was in an absolute frenzy. The captain opens up the scoring. Dude, my voice is done. Holy. Let me get a sip of this. I don't even know how I'm even sitting in this chair right now. If it wasn't for the show, I'd be probably just sprawled on my couch watching all the highlights and everything all over again. The captain opens it up 16-11, gives the Devils the 1-0 lead, and the Devils did, I'm not going to say, I don't know. Did it look like they dominated on TV? I mean, it looked like they got the better of the play, but very low shot totals. Devils with 8 shots in the first period, and the Carolina Hurricanes with 4. I mean, 4 shots for the Canes in the first period. Pretty impressive. Second period, Carolina came on a little stronger. No goals in the second period. Carolina had 14 shots. The Devils had 9. And so through 2 periods, once again, it was very similar shot totals. Hurricanes with 18, the Devils with 17. And we head to the third with the Devils still nursing that 1-0 lead. And I didn't feel good about it. I'm not going to lie. We were like, here we are. Like, is Markey going to have to solidify the shutout to get the win, which I would have been fine with. But it's very nerve-wracking in the moment when you're at a game with such high stakes, so desperately hoping for your team to win, so desperately hoping for the season to be extended, because obviously you all know, had the Devils lost this game, that's pretty much curtains, baby. Going down 3-0, it's a wrap. But we go to the third period with the 1-0 lead, and at 1:18, that so crucial second goal, the whole second period, I was like, just get one more and give us a 2-goal cushion. At 1:18, Dawson Mercer off a little scramble in front. Dawson tucks it in from Jesperbratt, gives the Devils the 2-0 lead. And foolishly, shame on me, at that point, I was like, it's over. I'm like, we're up now. We have, 18 and change, whatever it is left, but we got the 2-0 lead where I'm like, we're going to shut this shit down and it's over. Markey's going to slam the door. The defense is going to clamp down, and we got this. I was super confident after the Mercer goal. But as you all know, this New Jersey Devils team can never make anything easy. And 5 minutes later, while on the power play, Seth Jarvis just snipes one. His second of the series at 6-11, cuts the lead to 2-1. And that kind of stung. And even after that, I think the whole building kind of felt uneasy because we've seen this story before. We've seen the New Jersey Devils kind of give up these games and goals and, kind of backbreaker type shit. It was great that Mercer gave us the cushion because now here we are only back to a 1-goal lead with about 14 minutes left to play. And then sure enough, on the power play again for the Canes, about 6 minutes later, Aho gets one. Markey out of position, makes a nice save, completely out of position. Well, I'm not even going to say out of position. I mean, out of position for the next shot, but he had to be where he was for the first shot. Rebound comes out to Aho, and he just rips one into the net at 12:20, assisted by Svechnikov, ties the game at 2. And at that point, my heart sank into my stomach. Sank right into my stomach. I felt like I was going to throw up all of the buffet food that I had consumed throughout the game, and it just felt like, it's a gross feeling for those of you that have been there for things like this, or for those of you that were there tonight. But after that second goal, it was like, it was just super deflating. The crowd definitely just lost a ton of air and energy after that. And at that point, I was like, I hope we could just get to over. I was hoping it was going to be one of those scenarios where the Canes just turn it on and then just win in regulation. That would have really been infuriating. But the Devils can't get a goal for the rest of the third. The Hurricanes cannot either. We end 2-2 through regulation in the third period. Devils with 8 shots, Canes with 6. So that brings the 3-period shot total to 24 for the Canes, 25 for the Devils. Very, very similar shot totals there. And we head to overtime. And the first overtime period, it did seem, the elimination of, I don't know if there's no TV timeouts or whatever it is. It moves way faster. The first overtime seemed like it was like on crack speed. It was like bang, overtime. And it was progressing quickly. Devils definitely dominated the first overtime session. They had 9 shots to the Canes 2. I mean, my God, 2 shots in an overtime? Like, now I was like, oh, how many? Obviously I just bit my tongue. The story of the overtime was the Devils getting 2 power plays and doing absolutely nothing with it. At that juncture, after the first power play that we couldn't score, I was like, oh boy, like that's just like a bad omen. A lot of you probably were thinking similarly. After we don't score on the power play, I'm like, oh my God. Then we get lucky enough to get a second one. And then I'm like, okay, like this is the game now. In my head, I was like, you either score on this power play and win the game, or you fail to score, and Carolina will get a power play shortly thereafter, because you all know the game and how it works. And Carolina is going to win on a power play if we don't score. The Devils failed to score on the second power play, and that's when I hit code red worry. I was like, oh my God, we're definitely not getting another power play for this. Could go on till next Thursday. We're not getting another power play, and the Canes have some calls coming their way very, very soon. Fortunately, despite bombing both power plays in the overtime, we get out of the overtime with no power plays to the Canes and make it to double OT. But what a domination by the Devils. It's just a shame that the power play has been so shitty. But 9 shots for the Devils in the OT, 2 for the Hurricanes, and we head to double overtime. And now for any of you who have been, thank you guys whoever sent supers. I'm going to get to those in a second. Let me just finish this because I'm all over the place and I'm gonna mess up. So I'm going to get to those in a second. We get to the double overtime, and at 2:36, one of the most unlikely of heroes, Shimon Nemec, buries it to end the game. His first of the playoffs, unassisted, first career playoff goal, and only his second career playoff game. And Nemo sends the boys and the arena into an absolute frenzy. Your New Jersey Devils win the game by a score of 3-2. And we have a series, folks. We have a series. Oh man, I am just so jacked up right now. Biggest New Jersey Devils win in years. Let me get to these supers real quick. Ari says, Ace, thank you for your dedication tonight and all season. Let's go Devils. Huge win. Appreciate that, Ari. Thank you very much. What a win. I feel like I got ran over by a train. It was a long day out there. Because of the playoffs and the fan fest and all that stuff, I got to the game much earlier than I normally would. Enjoyed a couple brewskis out there on the Championship Plaza at the fan fest. Went to the game, stuffed my face, and obviously saw, what did we see? 22 minutes of extra hockey, I suppose. But it felt like, I basically was there from, at the arena from 4:45 till whatever time the game ended. So it was a marathon day. But appreciate the super and the nice words. Thank you very much, Ari. Daniel, 70 likes, 204 watching. Hit the like, you lazy bastards. Yeah, thanks, Daniel, for the super and for the PSA. Hit the thumbs up for your boy and for your New Jersey, our New Jersey Devils. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man, I'm so jacked up for this. This is unbelievable. Oh, 3-0 would have been a graveyard in here with pages and pages of dooming. And I'm sure I haven't looked through the chat log, but I know a lot of you are in here talking all kinds of shit. during the game. I only saw bits and pieces of it. I checked in on there a couple times throughout the game for like a minute or two, so I only saw some of it. But wow, thank you very much, Daniel. Yeah, hit the thumbs up for your boy. I would appreciate that. And Pato Tortuga, dog, let's effing go. Thank you very much for the super, Pato Tortuga. Appreciate that. Let's go. We are back in this thing. The Never Say Die New Jersey Devils, courtesy of Shimo Nemec, are back in this thing. We are one game away from this being a best of three. One win away, I should say. One win away on Sunday from it being a best of three series. And my God, what a night to be a New Jersey Devils fan. Devils win 3-2. Shimo Nemec, baby. What a story for that young man. The much aligned, tumultuous season for Nemo. You know, was in Utica for the majority of the season. Called up late, in and out of the lineup. A lot of people have been mentioning him in trade rumors and saying he's a bust. And listen, I've never said any of those things about Nemo. I've always maintained that I believe he will be a very good defenseman, whether it's here or somewhere else. But wow, what a couple games to really kind of, I think, change the narrative surrounding him for the most part. And, you know, maybe it was more of a mental issue and kind of in his head for, you know, some of the season where we saw where he was struggling and stuff, because he did look like he belonged last year for sure. And there was the regression this year, but maybe it was all mental and he was struggling. You know, maybe he was still not 100% from his injury he suffered at the Worlds. Who the hell knows? But in the end, I mean, his confidence has to be sky high now after having a pretty solid game two, despite the loss in Carolina, and then coming up as the absolute hero tonight in double overtime. I just want to see some stats. I mean, and talk about adversity, right? We lose Kovacevic after the first period, I believe. Kovacevic out. Meanwhile, we're going into the game with Siegenthaler coming back, his conditioning not really obviously up to playoff pace. And so Sheldon Keefe was going to kind of protect his minutes how he would to a guy like Chalowski or something in the previous game, kind of get him out there, get him, you know, acclimate him slowly to the series. But instead, Siegenthaler gets thrown into the deep end with no swimmies. He was just a little 4-year-old kicked off the diving board right into the deep end with no swimmies because we're down a defense and we got 5 defensemen now and we're going into double overtime. And so I'm sure, I don't know what exactly the benchmark may have been, you know, in Keefe's head in terms of how many minutes he was looking to play Siegs in this game. I'd imagine it may have been like, I don't know, anywhere from maybe like, you know, 13 to 16. I have no idea, but a reduced workload. And instead, down Kovacevic and getting extra sessions and overtimes, Siegenthaler played 27 friggin' minutes. It's insane. What a story. And talk about, you know, for the people that are like, oh, you know, injuries are bullshit and excuses. I mean, our entire D-core has been injured this year, and 5 of the main 6 have been injured in the past 5 weeks. It's completely insane. Pesce and Luke started the season injured, okay? So that's 2 injuries to start the season. Then Dougie goes down. Whenever that was, like 6 weeks ago. Dougie Hamilton injured. So that's 3 of our 6 defensemen. Then Siegenthaler goes down. Then a few days ago, Luke gets injured again. Dylan gets injured again. It's like, you can't make this shit up. Our entire D core has been injured this season. If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And despite all of that, despite the revolving door of defensemen, injuries, no Jack Hughes, obviously, guys going down 2-0 in the series, your New Jersey Devils came out there and got a massive dub, a massive playoff dub. And this is the most beautiful Devils win in years, guys. I mean, in friggin' years. And I'm just so proud of this team. I mean, my God, with 5 defensemen and Siegenthaler back in the lineup. Now I'm hoping Kovacevic is okay, but it's like, it's crazy now. Like, if he misses time, then it's like, at this point, our entire D-core is going to be a question mark every single game. It's like, is Luke playing? No one knows. Is Brendan Dillon playing? I don't know. Is Kovacevic healthy? I don't know. Brett Pesce's playing nicked up. I mean, guys, listen, this is the playoffs. This is absolute friggin' war. And there's probably very few guys on most NHL rosters right now that are 100%. Guys are playing through little nagging things, whether it's a tweaked this, a bruise that, a contusion here. Guys are playing through all kinds of injuries because it's the Cup. This is the Stanley Cup playoffs, and hockey players are absolute warrior gladiators from another time period. No other athletes do what hockey players do. And you saw it tonight. I mean, my God, what a win. M Sharp, thank you for the super. Thanks for cheering at the game, Ace. Your voice proves it, and fans sounded great on TV. Thank you for the super. Really appreciate it. I will say I was slightly underwhelmed by the crowd, and I kind of expected it. And it's kind of like the I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like the hand shy dog, right? It's like, you ever seen, unfortunately, like the dogs that have been abused in the past, and then you go to try to pet them and they kind of get skittish because they're used to like getting smacked or whatever. That's kind of how our fan base is, I think, at this juncture, because we're so scarred from the season and all the things that have happened. It's like, they want to get into it. They want to believe, but as soon as some adversity comes like that, like I said, after that first goal, the crowd definitely lost some steam. And then after the second one, I was like, oh my God, it was just like popping a balloon. It was like, pfft, and the air it all just left. And I was like, oh my God, it's all falling apart. And I kind of saw the nightmare playing before my eyes. But before I get to the comments here, let me just see. Nason, 20 minutes, 50 seconds of ice time, 3 shots, a block, 2 hits. Cody Glass, 17:41 ice, 2 shots, 2 blocks, 2 hits. Okay. The captain, Nico Hischauer, obviously with the goal, 30 minutes, 39 seconds of ice time, 3 shots, 3 blocks, 2 hits, 59.5% on the faceoffs. Let's go. Let's go, Cap. Let's go. Bastion only played 11:57, 2 shots, 2 hits. Palat with 22:42 of ice time, a shot, 3 blocks, 4 hits. Everybody's just heavier, edgier, more violent, my friends. This is heavier, edgier, more violent. Timo, 3 shots, a block, 3 hits. Obviously, I'm sure tons of people were dooming about Timo. I forget. Was it I think it was in the third period or the second period? Maybe it was the second period when Freddie Anderson was down and he just put his glove out and Timo just was right there and just shot it right into his glove. I mean, Timo, I love Timo. He is so unbelievably unlucky and snake bitten right now. It is insane. Like, Anderson just had his glove there and Timo just literally shot. I don't think the glove moved. He shot it right into his glove. I mean, you can't get more unlucky than that. But Timo, 30 minutes, 28 seconds of ice, 3 shots, a block, 3 hits. Dowling, 10:54. What a hit by, let's give it up for Justin Dowling. What a monster hit in that double overtime shortly before the Nemo goal. Only played 10:54, 3 hits. Good for you, Dowling. Paulie Cotter, 17:13 ice time, a shot, a block, 3 hits. Eric Hall at 21:18 of ice time, 2 shots, a block, 2 hits. Bratter, 29:20 ice time, 3 shots and a hit. Tatar, 11:07 ice time, 1 shot, a block, 2 hits. Dawson Mercer, 25:35 ice, 3 shots, a block, 3 hits. And we go to the D. These are some gross minutes for these boys. Some absolutely filthy minutes. Dumoulin with a +3 on the night, by the way. Good for this guy. Dumo's been pretty big the past couple games. 36 minutes and 29 seconds, leading all defensemen in ice time. 2 shots, 5 blocks, and 4 hits. I have to tip my cap. Dumoulin, although we vastly overpaid, I think, because we wanted them to retain because it was a cost-cutting measure, which makes me sick. We wanted to save money on him, so we kind of overpaid so that they would retain. But he has been spectacular in these last couple games, honestly, and especially with all these injuries and shit, guys going down. He's been there before, played in some big games, and they leaned on him heavy in these past couple games, and he's proved in his worth. +3 on the night, 36 minutes, 29 seconds of ice, 2 shots, 5 blocks, and 4 hits. My God, what a performance. Dougie Hamilton, 31:16 ice time, 2 shots, 3 blocks, 3 hits. Kovacevic only playing 6 minutes. Nemo, 22:39, 5 shots, which I believe led the team. Yeah. This thing changes. Yeah. 5 shots for Nemo, 2 blocks, a hit, Brett Pesce, 32-25, 3 shots, 6 blocks, and a hit. What a legend Pesce is. Siegs with 3 blocks, 5 hits. And Markey making 25 saves on 27 shots. We go to the game stats. Bear with me, guys. I'm struggling right now. Hurricanes, 27 shots on goal. Devils, 37 shots. Devils winning the faceoffs, 55.8% to 44.2%. Devils getting their skulls bashed in. Getting their skulls bashed in horrifically. Special teams, once again, gets an F-. Horrible. Canes go 2 for 4 on the power play, and the New Jersey Devils go a disgusting, grotesque, incompetent 0 for 5. It cannot happen, and if we were to lose this game tonight, it would have solely been blamed on special teams being absolute dog shit. Dog shit. 2 for 4 for the Canes on the power play. You got to kill off more than 50%. And again, 0 for 5 with 2 of them in overtime. Completely unacceptable. I think it's time maybe to switch up some personnel. I don't know what you got to do to improve it, but the power play has been absolute dog shit, and it cannot continue if we want to make it to a game 6. Cannot. Canes 39 hits, Devils with 43. Guys, I want to see those hits at 50 plus for every playoff game. Canes 17 block shots, Devils with 33. What a block shot outing for the Devils. Canes 10 giveaways, Devils 13 giveaways. Canes 4 takeaways, Devils 8 takeaways. And that is your tale of the game. The New Jersey Devils. What a freaking game, man. I just down a defenseman for most of the game with some depth guys already in the lineup because of injuries. No Jack Hughes, a 2-0 series deficit. The entire world shitting on you and saying you're going to get swept or maybe make it to 5. And the New Jersey Devils dig deep. Winning 3-2 in double overtime, and my God, does it feel good. It feels absolutely unbelievable. Let me get to some of these comments. Max says, my balls are still in my chest. Dowling is starting to win me over. It looks like he belongs. I mean, listen, if nothing else, he's got heart and he's got grit. What a beautiful crunching hit, in a double overtime where a lot of guys look like they were going to throw up. Steven says, Brad is an animal. Cody said, called it 3-2 OT Devils win, but man, that was draining to watch. It's like a mini Florida versus Canes in Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1 OT, I will be there for game 4. I don't even know if I could survive. I don't even know how I survived. Maybe because I'm just older now and it's more of a toll on me in every which way. Alex, dude, Dowling isn't getting his just due for sure. I mean, listen, what a shift he had there. He had a couple good ones. Steven said, you called the redemption arc for Nemo. Andrew the Rock was rocking. Let's go Devils. Bonzo says, Nemec bailed out Meier from being the GOAT again. I guess, I'm sure people are going to be down because he shot it in that big one on the glove. Phil McCracken, I still remember watching that game in the camera showing all the passed out kids in the stands in the third OT. I saw a lot of little kids today, and I was telling them all, I'm like, it's past your bedtime. And they were enjoying it. They knew they were getting some bonus hockey tonight. Trevor, holy shit, they deserve that win. Total domination in OT. Finally, victory drinks. Oh, baby. It's been too long. It's been way too long. I never thought I was going to be able to play my sound clips ever again. I was like, am I not going to hear Nico Hischauza until next season? I did. That was a legitimate worry. NJ Devil's Blood says Ace was calling a 3-1 win. Thought he was going to be correct. I thought I did too, but listen, I'll take a 3-2. I will take a 3-2. Mike, relentless and physical, hard to play against. If they could do that consistently, yeah. If we get the A team every night, this could be a real interesting series, my friends. M Sharp, I always thought it was harder at home, Ace. At least at the stadium, you have fans with you. Torture at home. That depends. There's a lot of extraneous variables that go into it. Dimitri, an extended round of applause to the D that played with just 5 guys. Besides the goal, Nemec played a smart game. Siegenthaler, what a boost jumping in after all that missed time. Yes, sir. All right, I'm trying to catch up a little more current time here. Not even worth trying. Only hair in the soup tonight is Covey sent to the locker room. We still have no word on Luke and Dylan. Still hyped to go to the game Sunday. Love the boys. Oh, I hope the crowd is a lot more lively on Sunday. Not that they were, they weren't terrible tonight, but to me, it wasn't up to par. And hopefully now that we have this game in the bag, that crowd is in a absolute frenzy on Sunday as we try to pump the boys up to tie the series. I mean, Mike, imagine tying it up on Sunday. Wow. Talk about just kicking and scratching and clawing your way back into a series. But anyone who's going Sunday, you better perform. I'm going to say I was a little underwhelmed with the crowd tonight, but we found a way to get it done. Max, heavier edge or more violent was back in Newark. Hits and blocks, shots are up. Bye. Little Bubs, that was one of the best games I've seen coming from a 25-year Devils fan. It's going to go up there for me. I mean, any double overtime playoff win is going to obviously rank, I'm not going to say super high on the list, but it's going to be in a fairly high up on any sort of playoff games list. Liam says, so happy for Nemec, and man, Timo's been amazing, but my man needs some puck luck. Yeah, it is crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen someone get so many great chances and consistently kind of go through spells where he's just so unlucky and snake bitten. Like, it's kind of baffling. Like, it really is. That one that went in, the shot into the glove, oh my God. Wild. Dimitri said maybe Casey steps in and creates some magic if Covey is out. Going to be very interesting to see what our defense looks like next game. And again, for all of you that are not really familiar with the way the game kind of works, especially in the playoffs, is you're never going to get straight answers. So I don't even know why reporters bother asking some of the questions they ask, because all you are going to get is kind of misinformation and gamesmanship from coaches. And I'm not mad about it. I understand that in the playoffs, you are not trying to give your opponent any sort of information or anything that could potentially help them in game planning in any way. And so you're going to get a lot of misinformation and kind of, stuff to try to throw them off the scent. They don't, he wants Rod to have no idea who's going to be on our blue line for next game. And so they're not going to say anything. I don't even know why they ask, honestly. It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. NJ Devils Blood, why does it seem like the refs once again have it in for the Devils, missing calls left and right? Then again, our power play was not good again. I thought the refs were shit, but who knows? Maybe that was more so of a function of being at the game. But I thought some of the penalties called on the Devils earlier, there was very similar plays that the Kings, did that were not called. And so to me, it's just more inconsistent officiating, which I hate. Like, I'm personally, obviously, as most of you that know me or know anything kind of about my stance on these sort of things, if it was up to me, the referees wouldn't even have whistles, and you just let them go out there and play. Don't call shit. Let everything go. I'm fine with that, but be consistent with it. I thought this was a game where they just kind of picked and chose where they were going to call stuff, and it kind of seems like that for a lot of this whole series, really, so far, in my opinion, is kind of inconsistent officiating. Bonzo said Anderson giving up a softie might carry over to the next game. I hope so. I hope at some point we see them go to Kvechkov, because a lot of people were thinking he might start tonight instead of Freddie. He doesn't play a ton of games in a row like that. They're really in that tandem goalie world. Greg says, do you go Casey and Nemec? It's tough, man. What the hell even happened to Kovacevic, by the way? Because I was at the game. I didn't see any of it. And then I didn't look anything up. I literally came home and ran onto the computer. And so I have does anyone have any idea what happened to Kovacevic? I have no idea what happened. Wow. And St. Pollock ace, they almost did it in the final minute. Markey made that huge glove save. Yeah. That was in the third, right? Or was that in overtime? It all blends together when you're there. I'm like delirious. I know it was a big save, but it wasn't like a crazy one. It was a nice glove save, but I don't think it was like a grade 10. It was a nice save though. Our power play looked like absolute dog shit. Completely agree. Jared, Ace, where are you sitting, by the way? I think I could see you in the crowd on TV. I don't think the crowd the camera could have picked me up, but maybe. I was sitting like mid center ice. Mid center ice. Wouldn't that be something if Casey comes in and him and Nemec just tear it up? It'd be unbelievable. Stanley 62495. There's nothing like a playoff OT winner, especially live. Incredible feeling and amazing energy. Oh yeah. You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Chico Devils have never been swept in this battered and bruised team of misfit toys. Battled through and kept that streak alive. Win or lose, they'll go down swinging. We will not go quietly into the dark. I like it. I like it. John, hey, Ace, I'm currently in the train because I was at the game. I'm actually in the Nemec's second OT goal picture. Very nice. The second picture where? Cody says, who got the beer sticks? Those lines were crazy, man. Were they really? I didn't really look around too much, but like, was that, it's so insane. Like, was that like a smashing success giveaway? Everyone was dying to get a plastic beer hockey stick. I sometimes I have no idea what people will respond to or not. Like, I thought it was cool, but it's nothing I would have waited on a significant line for. Knowles, Ace, are you going Sunday? What a fucking game. I'm going early Sunday. Yeah, I'll be there. I will be in the building, hoping to see them tie it up. Ryan, what a win, man. Now we have a series. I say we go. Serve says Sam Wu was on the TBS TV broadcast in the crowd wearing the cookie. I saw Sam at the game with the cookie costume on. Ryan says, now I should be going on Sunday if we win. We win and we go. Oh, damn, I'm so far behind again. Sad Jets fan, that was the first Devils playoff game I've been to, and it was unreal. Damn near 7 hours to rock, but it was worth it. Oh, welcome to the club. And what a friggin' playoff debut for you, my man. That was your first playoff game? Holy shit, talk about spoiled. A double OT thriller, courtesy of Shimo Nemec. Insane. Oh, Brian J., you miserable bastard. What do you got to say, Brian J.? What are you saying tonight? Probably just still saying Timo sucks. That's probably all he's saying. Devin G, 0 for 5 in the power play. Get that rolling and we're golden. Yeah, but, when is it going to happen? It needs to happen immediately. All right, I'm trying to catch up in real time here. Phil McCracken, Dumoulin has been central these last few weeks. I mean, yeah, he's been huge. I mean, huge. It can't be understated. Props to Dumo. I mean, listen, do I think we overpaid? Absolutely. But you know what? That veteran experience came in super handy these last couple of games. Big minutes tonight. I think he played a good amount the last game and had some big one-on-one plays. I mean, just what we needed back there. Resting Guitar Face just tuned in and went back to watch the intro because I live for that intro. You had crazy eyes going Ace, and I'm all here for it. Let's go Devils. That's funny. Mostly crazy all the time. Casey, best chance to stay Devils to turn to, oh my God. Oh, I can't. To stay Devils to turn to it. I don't know if this is someone trolling me, trying to get my blood boiling. Is to turn to a winger this offseason, not a dig on his playing. It's just a log jam in his way. This is not a video game. This is the show. This is the NHL. He is not going to be turned into a winger at this stage of his career. I actually fought a bozo on X about this, which, by the way, X is such a cesspool. I don't think it's good for my blood pressure to be on there. And I don't think I could really become a regular kind of contributor on the platform because of the insane amount of stupidity and douchebaggery that is on the platform. But literally fought someone about this today. It's not happening. Please stop saying this. People that don't know as much about hockey or newer fans are influenced by these nonsensical takes. This is absolutely not happening. I promise you. Seamus Casey will not be a winger in the NHL. Sherry, MSG showed you going into the Rock, and I have 2 pictures of you. If you want them, my son Shoots will send them to. I'd appreciate that. Tell them to send them to me on Instagram if you can. That'd be awesome. Wow. All right. Knowles. Apparently, Nemec is stirring up a whirlwind of trade talk. Trade for Quinn, maybe. Oh, God. But seriously, he was absolute stud tonight. Clutch and shut up the haters. Yeah, what a story for Nemo these past couple games. Maybe he just needed to be thrust into the deep end himself. Put on the big stage and see what you do. And so far, double OT winner? Shit. In game number 2. Career playoff game number 2. Gentlemen, what a game. The place went nuts. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm hurting in so many ways. LJ, a lot of heavier, edgier, more violent this game. Love to see it. Yeah, they got to keep doing it. They got to keep doing it. You got to bring the pain, got to bring the physicality. Obviously, we all knew that was going to be a key to this series. A lot of us questioned whether that heavier, edgier, more violent team would show up. Oh, and you know what? Thank you. I'm going to do a little giveaway real quick. Bear with me 1 second. I know everyone likes giveaways. Hold on 1 second. I've been meaning to do this. Let me see. Hold on. Oh wait, it's not accessible. The next live, I'm going to do a few giveaways. I don't have it near me. Sorry for the fake out. The next one, I'm going to give away some of the winter heavier, edgier, more violent hats. But they did reappear, and it was awesome. Henrique just got home. What a game. Don't give up on Nemec. What's up, Henrique? Henrique's a big gamer guy. I'm going to try to figure out something cool to do with Henrique. I talked to him recently. He's a big NHL video game guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, if you're a gamer and you play NHL, check him out. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's got all the tips and tricks on there. I've been out of NHL video games for quite a while. I'm an old man, but for those of you still picking up the sticks and running the NHL, check out Henrique if you're not already familiar with who he is. He's that dude. Let me see. How many minutes? Oh, my God. You guys are very chatty. I love it. Appreciate everyone for coming out. Cheers to all of you. I don't know what happened with Kadia. I guess I'm going to try to catch up to that at the bottom if someone knows what happened with Kovacevic. I've just been in a whirlwind here. Yeah, Dowling laying the body in double OT. What a smash. I can't wait to go back and rewatch this at some point. The entire game, or at least most of it. It'll probably be tomorrow, though. I did get a lot of footage. I will be dropping a vlog at some point tomorrow of my escapades from the arena today. That should be an interesting one, I think. Some interesting stuff on the vlog. Shout out to everybody that I said this already, that I met outside. Max wants to know where Carson is. I don't know. Where is Carson? It seems like Canes fans only like to come around when they're winning, right? It's like, yeah, they'll come around when they're winning, and like some of them do what I call like the veiled talking shit. Like it won't be like overtly talking smack, but it'll be like low key, like little digs. The injuries are crazy, Trevor. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like you can't make this stuff up. It's like every single night someone new is getting hurt. After we already dealt with the regular season with injuries and tons of injuries last regular season. Alex says, hopefully these talking heads will start talking about this damn series. Everyone is silent on it. I don't think anymore. I think they're going to have to start talking about it now. It was the series they wanted to ignore, the series that they wanted to end quickly. But our New Jersey Devils said, it's not that easy. It ain't that easy. We're going to make this thing a series. NJ Devil's Blood, why were people drinking out of their shoes? So I've seen people do that other places. I have no idea why. I do gag a little bit when I see it. I mean, listen, I've done gross things in my life, but the drinking out of the shoe, I think they call it a shoey. I think I believe it originated in either Australia or New Zealand, but I think they call it a shoey, and it is absolutely disgusting. I'm like a low-key germaphobe a little bit, and the thought of even my own shoe, like the thought of drinking, Out of a shoe? Oh, I'm disgusted. I'm completely disgusted. Red Devil, we all better be offering up the incense to St. Broder of the Meadowlands for this one and the next one. Massive win against the Tooth Decanes. Let's go Devils. Marty incense. You might be onto something there. Brian says, brother, the crowd was electric. We were screaming the entire game. Pockets of the crowd were. But listen, overall, there was a lot of what I call the churchgoers, the people that are confused and think they're at the church. I'm going to say, hey, man, this is not church, my man. This is playoff hockey. What are we doing? But overall, decent performance. Decent performance by the fans. Oh, Devil says was mellow tonight, but the W helps. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious what for those of you that were at the game, I mean, what do you guys think about the crowd overall? Noel says, I can't feel my shoulder after tonight with that towel. Oh, are you doing something like this? You getting a little shoulder workout? You're getting that shoulder workout? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Whew. All right. Just got to make sure I stay sharp, guys. Whew. Chico. Jesperbratt went full junkyard dog, digging the puck out of Freddie and setting up Timo for a grade A scoring chance, too. Freddie was feeling it. We had some Freddie chants, not nearly enough. One of my biggest complaints is for chants like that, I think they kind of have to come from above. And so I wish the arena production team, would kind of put up the prompt for people to do the Freddie chant. I think we got one off, and it was very brief. Like I wanted the elongated Freddie. We got one, and it was very quick. I liked where their heads were at with it, but it dissipated quickly. Oh, man. Daniel, thank you, sir. Hey, seriously, get some rest. You got to have the energy for the rest of the series. Go to sleep. Oh, I'm not going to sleep anytime soon, Daniel, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the concern, but I will not rest until the job here is done. I have a job to do, Daniel. There's 200 and I don't know how many people in here that want to talk about this game, and I have to fulfill my duties to the channel. I have to fulfill my duties, and they're just beginning with this live show here. But I will sleep when I'm dead, and what a night. What a beautiful night. The adrenaline alone could probably carry me right into the Sunday game. I will rest at some point in between, but wow. Wow. Let me see what we got here. Alex Dalley looks like a playoff-made player. Tatar also had a sneaky good game. Will we ever score on the power play? 0 for 10 is not good. Yeah, a lot of times those older guys that have been around, and especially Dowling because he didn't play a ton, he was probably way more fresh than the other guys, and he may have had that extra jump in the overtime. And what a hit. What a hit. Billy says, Ace, buddy, you got to be more positive. I told you. I think I was pretty positive. I was cautiously positive, but also with a tad of realism in there. But I think I've been pretty damn positive the whole way, or as positive as at least I could be, being in an 0-2 hole. Trevor, they can't get too high in this win and have to bring the juice on Sunday, 100%. This is only half the job. And by the job, I mean, winning the 2 at home. The real job is getting to 4, but I'm just calling the first part of the job, win the 2 at home to make it a best of 3. And then imagine if we just won 4 in a row. Our first 4-game winning streak in 27 months, and it just came in the playoffs, and we just beat the Canes 4 in a row. And my original Devils in 6 prediction came true. Man. Sherry, the crowd was 100 underwhelming. We need to show the up. Were you at the game? You were at the game, Sherry, or no? David says hits on the series. Devils 146, Canes 109. World's worst gamer for sure. I said to my son, Nemec coming up big there is important as he developing high pick. Maybe his confidence shoots through the roof after that. Who knows? I'd have to imagine it does. I mean, for a guy who's kind of had his, he's probably a little bit in his head after the way everything played out this year, to score a double OT winner. It's beautiful. Throw bags of money at Dumoulin. I just can't see it. I just don't think there's a spot unless someone else gets traded. You're already talking about completely locked in, right? You're talking about completely locked in, barring a trade. You have Dougie, Kovacevic, Nemec, Pesci, Siegenthaler. That's 5. Who would I say? Dougie, Kovacevic, Nemec, Pesci, Siegs. Yeah, that's 5. Well, let's just take Nemec out, actually, because he's kind of on the fence. Dougie, Kovacevic, Pesci, Siegs, Dilly, and Luke. I mean, there's your 6. And then you have Casey and Nemec in the wings. And so I just don't see how Dumoulin would get fit unless we traded like multiple guys. Whether that was guys on the roster now or, I mean, yeah, I just don't see. There's a lot. It's a logjam at defense. But with the way all these injuries go, who the hell knows? Devs Fast, and when is the vlog dropping? I also saw you at FanFest, but didn't get to say hi. I'm going to try to have the vlog. The vlog should be out at some point, definitely some point tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. Yeah, probably tomorrow afternoon, I would say. Amagi, what's up, my man? Finally got home. My voice is cooked. Got my beer stick and Devil's cocktail fishbowl. Fun souvenirs. Very nice. Did you have to wait in a big line? Ryder, let's go Devils. Nemec bought himself a spot for us, for others. For us or others. Huge game. Beat the shit out of him in game 4 and they will crumble. Yeah, I mean, just keep smashing. I like it. Soften them up. Soften them up. All right, let me just... I'm getting closer to being up in real time. Khalil, it's crazy how the Yankees game didn't know Kovacevic got injured. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Phil, all you turds talking crap about Luke, really feeling him missing during the power play now. So during the power play, it's funny. I was talking to one of the guys that's sitting kind of in my area, and I was like, yeah, this is where we would either one of the Hughes. The presence of either Hughes on the power play is just huge. Huge for everything. Passing, kind of maintaining possession, zone entries. Everything would be better with one of the Hughes brothers. Either one. But I guess, I've kind of written Jack off for a while, obviously, because the season's over. But Luke, for sure, missed on the power play. To your point there, Phil, the power plays looked like all sorts of out of whack. And it's brutal. They're going to have to figure it out. And maybe Seamus Casey is just what the doctor ordered. Another rookie ready to step up on the big stage. Bonzo, Markey is looking like Marty. My man Markey, listen, guys. This is what I told you. All leading up to when the rumors first happened, I was like, this is an X Factor. This is an X Factor type goalie who could steal games and steal series. Now, I'm not going to say he stole this game, but he had a big hand in the win for sure. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see him steal some. But Jacob Markstrom, despite the kind of shaky little streak he had coming back from the injury, and a lot of people kind of worried, including myself, at his age, coming back from that kind of injury, who the hell really knew? It was a little scary. I think he's showed up pretty damn good so far in this playoffs. In this young playoffs, I think Markey has really shown what he is capable of doing. And, man, what a difference it is to have a legitimate number one guy for the first time since Corey Schneider, in my opinion. Select the boy. What's up, Devils folks? Names, what's going on? Yo, oh man, that's great. Alex says Hamilton looked sluggish again, like he's playing scared. Siegenthaler should get the A on his jersey next game from that effort. They're not going to change letters in the middle of a playoff. I mean, come on. Supernova, Timo has a hard time handling the puck on the point on the power play. Off them Devils, huge win. Doomers love blaming the Hughes bros for everything and anything. Canopy and I were there. Yeah, he emailed me, but you guys got there too late. Don't worry, though. We'll eventually get those. You guys got to get there a little bit earlier for a game, and we'll get that shotgun action going. Kyle, it feels like we have a lot of trouble entering the zone on power. 100%. Zone entries sometimes are just ugly. And a lot of times we'll waste huge chunks of power plays trying to just get into the zone, and they'll circle back and and it's painful. Both Hughes brothers are pretty good at it, but obviously Jack is just, elite. One of the best in the league at zone entries. He just knifes through defenses, and just the way he could skate and his vision and stick handling, one of the best in the league to do it. Mostly crazy all the time. I love all the people bashing in the power play. I love all the people bashing in the power play. The Canes are the best kill in the league. Okay, but I mean, it's not like we're talking about one game where they went 0 for 3. If they're 0 for 10 in the series, that's pretty terrible. Let me see. Were they number 1? I knew they were up there. Yeah, they were 83.6% during the regular season. Devils were 82.2%. I mean, score 1 out of 10. I mean, shit. 0 out of 10. Select boy, thank God they got the 2 OT win on my B-Day. Oh, happy birthday. What a birthday present. What a birthday present indeed. Noel says, oh man, Nemec and Casey. What's going on, Maria? Same here. Hadn't noticed Covey being out. What up, Ace, everyone? What a game. Dumo continues to impress me. Happy we won. Happy Habs won too. What a game. What a game, Maria. LJ says, Nemec and Casey playing Sunday. F yeah, but only separately. Cannot be together. I agree. I would definitely have heart attacks if they were a pairing, but I think if they were split up, it could be very interesting. Could be very interesting. Ritter Engine just got back home. I completely lost my voice. Oh, I feel you. Amagi said, did you see the multiple glass panels that were smashed from people banging on them in the higher levels? The glass panels where? I did not see that. Serb says it wasn't the Canes why our power play looked it wasn't the Canes why our power play looked bad. It was what we were doing. I mean, to be fair, I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle, right? I mean, our power play was inefficient and their kill is good. And so when we're kind of performing shitty, and they're just in disarray on the power play, and with them having a good penalty kill, you kind of combine the two things and you have a 0 for 10, on the power play thus far in the series. Bonzo, my wife wants to know how long your show is tonight so we could watch a movie. Well, first of all, are you on the West Coast, Bonzo? Your wife is an absolute trooper that she's going to watch a movie, now, but go watch a movie with her, man. I don't know how long I'm going to be in here for, however long people want to talk about this. This is an exciting game. It could end up being a while, but the beauty of the internet's, Bonzo, and these lives is that you could watch it tomorrow. So you go enjoy that movie with your wife, and then you can watch the rest of this tomorrow if you so desire. It'll be on the internets forever. Amagi said, I love the beer stick, but I got in early, so only waited like 5 or 10 minutes. Entire arena sold out. That's so Devils, right? to come up with a cool idea and then not have enough of them. Trevor said, Casey won't play Sunday. They'll put in Chalowski. Maybe, maybe not. Snell says, seats were empty at the start of the second period, and the Canes took advantage of it big time. Like you said, got to get back to our seats. Yeah, the struggle's real, man. I'm very, very conscious of, I'm always back at the seat. I'm very militant about that, but I'm also like a psycho. Like I'll like legit run through the arena if I have to. I kind of, nudge people. I will say though, because of the show now, and this channel, it's still, it's nothing. It's something I'll probably never get used to. I suppose that like people recognize me or know who I am. Right. And so like, I almost have to behave better now. Like I used to be a little more of a savage, but now I'm like, shit, I can't really do that. Like if I was run through the arena and like kind of graze people or whatever, like nothing crazy, but sometimes I would do that kind of stuff. And now I'm like, damn it, I can't do that because people are going to be like, what an asshole that guy is. I want complete anonymity back so I can shove people in the hallway. Luke says if Covey is out, please play Casey. Yeah, I mean, it might be deathly afraid of putting him in there. We're going to see. Will he get a chance? Oh, my God. You guys are very chatty. When your New Jersey Devils put the smackdown, wasn't a smackdown, but a dramatic win. World's Worst Gamer, I was going to get rid of my Santa beard. Am I allowed to get rid of it after a W? Is that a real question, my guy? Of course not. You're keeping that shit till the end of the playoffs. That's it. That is it. Damien says this wasn't a Kira level of legend, but this certainly redeems Nemec of his past mistakes. Told you guys to have faith. Let's go Devils. I mean, a double OT winner puts him in a special group already, for sure. For sure. That guy in X is the biggest crumb out there. Oh, God, I forgot, Luke. Some of you guys merge into that world as well. And like I said, I'm not very active on there, but some of you I'm kind of active with both, or some of you are on both, and some of you guys have different names. So it's hard for me to keep track. I think Luke has the same name, but I just can't take, it's just so annoying, man. X is just such a, like, would you start watching hockey, some of these people like 3 years ago, and you pull out all your little stats and your spreadsheets and your charts? Give me a break. Yeah, Nemec led the team in shots with 5. Snell says, I always got your back on X. I appreciate that. It's a you know, it is what it is. I get super infuriated. I think I might have to delete it, honestly. That some of those people make my blood boil. World's Worst Gamer says, if they can dress 7 D-men on Sunday, you think they will. Might be a good idea. It's interesting. It's certainly interesting. It's an interesting idea. I don't think off the top of my head, I don't think Keefe has ever done that yet, right? I don't think Keefe has ever rolled with 7D. Has he? I can't remember. I don't think he has. I could be wrong. Mostly crazy all the time says great point about possibly 7D men. Max says, how does anyone expect to sleep after that? Oh, Max, I'm not joking, dude. It's almost 2 a.m. Eastern time. If I'm being honest, I'll probably be going to bed literally. Oh, shit. Does my nephew have a baseball game tomorrow? That would blow. I don't know. He might. I don't know. Sometime between 12 and 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow probably is when I'll sleep. Got to get this vlog out. I still got to record the video. Wow. BC said, I'd love nothing more than to see Nemec thrive here. I'd love to see it too. I would absolutely love to see it too. LJ said, where would we be without Nico? Doesn't win the heart, but definitely wins the heart. I see what you did there. I like that. The captain. The captain for a reason. The heart and soul of your New Jersey Devils. Trevor said, if they decide to dress 7 D-men, then you'll see Casey. I don't think Keefe will do that as it'll mess with the lines that work tonight. Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to change much from tonight. But Mark says, what a win, baby. Absolutely. David said, Nemo split 2 canes with a sick move and placed a shot from a tough angle into one of the few open spots. Great goal. It was sick. I can't wait to watch the replay. What a friggin' man. Yeah, being there for a game like that is just wow. Max, you think PK was going nuts? You mean Subban, the Subinator? I'm sure he was going crazy wherever he was. World's Worst Gamer, my son is a pro at EA NHL, should have his own channel, but that sort of crap ain't easy. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy in this life, unfortunately. But, you know, if it's something he wants to try, tell him to try it. Noel says, haven't played any NHL or sports games really since Super Nintendo. Oh, man, Super Nintendo. What a sick system. Devs fan 125. I saw you at FanFest, but wasn't able to say hi. Okay. Rip Roger Smokey Johnson. Getting Dumoulin has been a godsend. Have to give it to Fitz for getting him. We absolutely screwed without him right now. For sure. What a monster couple games for him. World's Worst Gamer, the announcing tonight was atrocious, by the way. I never even brought it up yet. I heard first period and last half of the third. What channel did you watch it on? It was on 2 channels again, right? I think that's pretty much the deal. Amagi, sorry, I just saw this now. Thank you for the super. Shout out to Game MVP, the beer hockey stick, for real, for real. I saw people walking around with them after the game. Oh, man. I'm sure I wonder if are they going to reload for game 4? I'm sure they will. And now everyone's going to be clamoring to go get the beer hockey stick. It is crazy. Arenas just print money. It's just so insane from every single thing. Food, tickets, t-shirts, beers, it's just like hats, pucks, just cash, just cash money all over the place. Ride and respect. Thank you for the super, sir. Defensemen were all workhorses tonight. I have no voice left. Crowd was unreal. My voice is Dunzo. I feel like it was Dunzo. Probably mid-game, I would imagine. Yeah, now I'm feeling it a little bit more as I kind of progress in the night. Amagi says, oh, wait, hold on. I skipped some things here. I mean, I skipped a lot, but I have no other choice. I apologize. If you have a comment that you really feel needs to be shared with the world, put it a couple times. Like, I'm trying my best. Some people get like cranky and salty when I don't read their shit. But like, as you can see, there's literally hundreds of comments and it's not possible to read every one. So I do apologize. Oh, you guys are talking about the shoe thing? Yeah, I'm behind. See, this is what sucks with all the comments. Falker Sports Car just got home with a game. No one in our section wanted to keep seeing that shoe drinking. Why'd they show it so much? And for those that have no idea what you're talking about, you will see it in the vlog tomorrow, kids. I have some great shoe drinking videos that will be in the vlog with tons of other stuff. Select the voice the same here. Drinking out of a shoe is nasty. And then World's Worst Gamer says, shown for the elites there that have a foot fetish. I don't think there's anything sort of fetishy about drinking out of a nasty sneaker. Mostly crazy all the time. I've drank out of worse. We probably all have at some point, maybe. Sad Jets fan, I prefer drinking a beer. And I need to know what this is too. Through the jersey t-shirt, some call it the dirty jersey, way more sanitary than the shoe beers. It is, but what is the point of it? Daniel says, what about drinking out of a skate post-game? What if it guaranteed another win, would you? If it guaranteed another win, I would drink out of a toilet. I mean, let's be real. But it guaranteed another win. You don't want to know the things I would do if it guaranteed another win. No, don't wear out my towel shoulder. I'll be good. Snell says Devils should do what the Jets do with the white out, but black out with the red towels. I think they've tested it. I don't know if it pops as much on television. I'd be curious because white is pretty bright. Let me see something. Oh my God. Yeah, this vlog is going to take me forever to edit. Holy shit. There's a lot of files on here, kids. Yeah, the vlog should have some interesting stuff in it. Joshua says, brought my buddy to his first ever playoff game. How spoiled are these people that this was their first, for people who this was their first playoff game. I mean, my God, what an introduction to playoff hockey, a double OT thriller. It's insane. Insane. You guys are talking about drinking out of cups. I'm going to gag. What a game. So happy we didn't get swept. Let's go Devils, says SJ. Noel says, oh no, the Freddie Anderson taunts were going for a while by us in section 2. I feel like the whole arena was in on at least one of them. Ray says, I say that too. I can sleep when I'm dead. It's true. Mike Ruff, Ace is more of a legend than Shador Brand. What the hell is Shador Brand? Is that like Shador Sanders? I think it's not spelled the same. I don't know. Mostly crazy all the time. Not proud of it, but peer pressure is real to bring good luck. Are you talking about justifying drinking out of the cups? That's a little too much information, my guy. Jason, no. We need the power play. We want a real chance at winning the series. Yeah, I mean, we won despite the power play sucking tonight, but we're not going to get that lucky every night. And 100%, going 0 for 5 with 2 in overtime. Two power plays in overtime that were wasted. That just simply cannot happen. Cannot happen, and it's not going to be good enough to win the next one. Stanley says, serenading the goalie after giving up only 2 is in poor taste. Need about 4. At the very least 3. Best goalie to do that to was Ron Hextall. Rolls right off the tongue. Oh, I was there for so many Hextall chants at the old arena. But I'll say this, Stanley, what is in poor taste? At this point, I want to do it after every goal. Anything that I don't care what the optics of it are. Any single thing you could do to get in his head. We obviously can't throw stuff at him. You get thrown out of the arena, right? And so what else do we have left? The only thing we can do is do stupid chants. And I do agree to some extent that like that's something that like you do when a guy's getting lit up. But at this point, let's just plant the seed anyway. Who gives a shit? Let's do it after the first goal. I get what you're saying, but at this point, what is poor taste? We need any advantage we could get. World's Worst Gamer, I hope on Sunday we could just blow the Canes out to give Markstrom an easy night / 3 goals in the first would be great. Miracle, but great. Oh, you're a greedy pig, and I love it. I would love nothing more, right? When was the last time we had an easy victory that we just sat back, kicked our feet up, and we're like, yeah, guys, this one's in the bag. It's a good night. This one's in the bag. I couldn't even tell you the last time that happened. It would be amazing for it to happen in the playoffs. Jay Snow says, will Timo score a goal in this playoffs? Yes, obviously he will. Eric said, anyone know how much they want for a beer stick? I think it's 20-something bucks. I'm sure someone in the chat, Amagi, if he's still here. I don't know if he is, but it's probably 20-something bucks. Mike Ruff says, Jay Snow's a doomer even when we win. Ari, we shocked the whole hockey world tonight, and I love it. So do I. We all love it. And now they're going to have to talk about the series. A lot of people are probably like, oh, I hope they don't win the next one because then we got a real – then we got a best-of-3 series. If we get tie this thing up at 2 – Ryan said, you see the Washington Habs fighting in the bench. I've seen nothing. I've literally been I literally left my home at roughly 4:15-ish p.m. Okay. Got to the Rock probably around 4:50-ish or so. And did not look at a single thing from 4 p.m. From 4 p.m. till I still haven't looked at anything really. No, this is just that New Jersey Devils life. Was at the game the whole time, fought the Newark traffic, got home, and now I'm talking to all of you fine folks celebrating this massive New Jersey Devils playoff victory. Let's fucking go. I'm trying to control myself so I don't wake others up here, but it's getting hard. I might need like a full soundproof. I want like a full soundproof rubber room where I could just go nuts and just not disturb the peace. David Chimes, Timo on power play zone entry looking like docking an oil tanker without tugboats. Man, can you guys ever be positive about anything? We just freaking won a massive game, man. This is a massive game. Mike Ruff, Keefe said last game you'll never outshoot the Canes. 34 Devils, 25 Canes. Yeah. I think by and large, he didn't mean like literally never, but for the majority of the games, they will end up with more shots than their opponent. Luke said, my wife just called Ace our third wheel. That's another thing I never thought of. Aside from the thing I just mentioned about like people recognize me once in a while, so I can't like, I have to behave a little bit better. This is all shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of strange to me, right? Because in the end, like typically the way I am in life is like stuff like that. Like, I don't give a shit. Like if people think I'm an ass, like I don't care. Like who are you to me? You're strangers. Like a lot of these people, right? So like if I'm in a hurry and I'm like running, sometimes I do like an Emmett Smith where I'm like, I got to like juke through people and I might like, and I try my best not to, and I am a bigger fella. So there could be like a little, impact. I try my best to not hit people, and I do like what and do like some matrix moves, and like I might graze somebody, but now I'm like I can't do that anymore. And I'm like, fuck, I can't do that anymore because now people are going to be like, that's that asshole on YouTube. So I'm like, now I'm like on my best behavior. It's just a funny thing that where was I going with this? I'm on a tangent. Oh, to the thing with Luke. And I'm like, now there's probably tons of women, wives and significant others, girlfriends that probably hate me because their spouses or boyfriends are like, oh, this guy, you know, like, oh, my husband Joe's watching that idiot yell on the computer again. And so all of these random funny things become, you know, unraveled over time. So yeah, Luke's wife probably is like, oh my God, give it a rest, Luke. Noel's birthday was yesterday as well. This win just made it sweeter. Let's stay up all night and roll on with this vibe. Woo. I almost want a victory, Jay, but you know, I don't know if you know, it's probably not a good look. I want one though. Man, mostly crazy all the time. Happy birthday to all of our fellow Devils fans that just had B days. Apparently there's a lot of birthdays this time around. Trying to think 9 months before this. I guess that makes sense. That means your parents you were created in the summer. I'd have to believe summertime is a more active time for people, you know, getting it on. Summertime loving. And that would, you know, what's that, July or August? 9 months from August. Yeah, July, August. You were conceived in July or August, and your birthday is going to be in April. Makes sense. World's worst gamer for sure. I have a rule where oh shit. I have a rule where when I am with my son that we don't go for concessions when we have a chance of missing action. Not allowed. I like it. I like it. A lot of my like friends that aren't super into the Devils or even others, like I guess for other things I don't care as much, but like for the Devils, a lot of my friends are more like relaxed or whatever, and they know that I'm like a psycho with stuff like that. So a lot of them are like that would probably not even want to go with me because they know I'll probably end up leaving them for a lot of the stuff because like I have a schedule and it's like very regimented, like, and there's no room for deviation. I'm not playing here. Same thing. Like I'm not going to not be in my seat when the period starts. Although today, I won't bore you with the story, but I did have one of those sprinter moves where I did maybe almost take people out en route to run down to the Devil's Den. To the Devil's Den before the or actually I'm going to give out 2 hats. Let me go get the hats. Oh wait, they're right there. Hold on 1 second. Sorry guys. I'm all over the place. We're doing a giveaway in 1 minute. Let me just grab the hats. I thought I moved them, but they might be. Oh, I'm a cripple. I'm in a good mood, and I appreciate all you crazy mo's. So we're gonna do 2 hats in a couple minutes. It's the winter hat, but you know, on some cool nights you can wear it, or it'll be good for next winter. But the heavier, edgier. Oh my God, the lighting in here is terrible. What the hell's going on? The heavier, edgier, more violent. This is a limited edition drop. I still have a few left, so with that running with the Devils. I'm going to give away 2 of these in a couple minutes. Trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. The guess the number thing is kind of annoying. But yeah, we'll do the hat giveaway in a couple minutes. It's a little late night special for all you. All right, let's see. M Sharp says, "Be savage, Ace. We will understand." You guys are, man, screw it, Ace. Be savage. I got to be on my best behavior now. I got to behave. Don't let the crumbs win. Don't delete. Now, dude, I think I have to, bro. I have my buddy Steve the Maniac. We send each other different nonsense posts and like get each other fired up. And sometimes I'm like, why are you sending me this shit? And he literally wrote back to me. He said, if I have to have agita, so do you. And I'm like, I hate you. I fucking hate you. Get me fired up. X is full of key. Oh, I know. Gotta delete X. X is terrible. Most crazy all the time. All right, I'm trying to. Oh my God, I keep falling behind. Dwayne Jetski says, I picked the Canes in 5. I'm feeling very comfortable with it. Okay. Mostly crazy all the time. If everyone wants a great laugh, go watch the players coming onto the ice from Carolina as Nemec makes his move. They're all coasting, not skating. Going to be a horrible look on film. Oh, I look forward to seeing it. Knowles, I'm hoping they reload for the hockey beer stick. I'm coming early just for that. Jack, holy shit, what a win. Question, does Dumoulin have to be brought back even at the expense of someone like Dylan? He's been nails. Now got to go out and win game 4. Let's go Devils. I just can't see it. I mean, it is crazy how we pick up these like extraneous defensemen, like even Kovacevic, right? He was a depth defenseman, wasn't supposed to really be on the team. And then he basically stole Nemec's spot. And then we signed him long-term. I mean, what a story, right? It's like, is Dumoulin going to do that to somebody? I don't know. Let's not all get super hyped up after a couple games. I mean, I get it. Mark, I'm exhausted in the best way possible. What a big win tonight for the boys in red and black. Let's go Devils. The doors will open Sunday at 2 p.m. Yeah, I don't think Dilly's going anywhere either. Ethan says, I drink from my cleats after rugby matches. Interesting. Knowles, I got my hands on the Devil's chicken tenders and fries helmet. Very nice. So awesome. I saw people walking out with those too. Maria, my first playoff too. Deaf and mute now. Love it. Let's go Devils. What an introduction to the playoffs, Maria. Wow. You're like spoiled. What's up, Ted? Hi, ACO's Pandemonium. How about them Devil? How about those Devils? LJ says, when we win Sunday, watch out. Momentum is a hell of a drug. World's worst gamer for sure. Oh, I never care about bumping into people as they know what is up. I still say the quick excuse me as I run. Yeah, I always feel like people just think I'm an asshole, though. And also being like, I will say that is also something like if you're a larger dude, and it's not like I'm the biggest guy in the world, but I'm fairly big. When you do it as a bigger guy, I think people look at you like even more of an asshole. Like if I was smaller, I probably wouldn't be as, whatever about it. But the fact that, like, look at this big doofus, like, crashing into people, I don't know. Michael says, I'm going Sunday for a win and a towel. You're definitely going to get a towel, Michael. I hope you get the win, too. All right, let's see. LJ says the A's used to run over Gen Z X users for fun. All right, guys. This is a late night special. All right, I'm gonna do 2 hats, and I'll be giving away some. I'm doing a huge giveaway show, by the way. I'm now gonna call it my own fan appreciation. I'm gonna call it the 24-25 fan appreciation, season appreciation, whatever. And I'm gonna do a whole show of giving away a ton of shit. But I'm going to give like 1 or 2 things away probably in a bunch of shows leading up to that. But I'm going to do 2 hats. And one, I'm going to do the guess the number thing because that's just lazy and easy, I guess, and gives everyone a fair chance. And then one, I'm going to do something else. Hold up. Let me go get my pad. The hat is one size. It's a winter hat, but it fits my head, and my head's My head's a freaking, I have a massive dome. But they're back, guys. For the playoffs, they didn't die. They didn't die and go away. They just went away on vacation. The heavier, edgier, more violent with the nice embroidery. Bang. We're doing 2 of those. We're doing 2 of those. Give me 1 second. I got to get my pad. Don't start spamming with the numbers yet, Ethan. Wait, I can't find my marker. Don't start spamming the numbers. Wait, hold on 1 second. I want to see if I can find my marker. I'm trying to think of the other question besides the number. Bear with me 1 second. All right. There's 161 people in here. No, the first one is going to be pick a number, but I'm waiting. The second one's going to be a question of something stupid, but I don't know what yet. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to reward people that are actively watching in some way. So I'm going to maybe ask an obscure question. All right, so the first one, there's 161 of you in here. This one's going to be pick a number, and unfortunately, I'm going to do it in 1 minute from now. So get ready if you have a number. It's going to be pick a number between 1 and 160, and it's going to be the first person who gets it. Unfortunately, so speed does play somewhat of an element in here. And I'm going to spoiler alert. I am not going to pick 17. So anyone I'm not going to make it that easy. Come on, guys. You can only guess once. A number between 1 and 160. Go. Oh man. Oh, this is so much wholesome fun, guys. I haven't had this much wholesome fun in a long time. Cheers to all of you. What wholesome fun, huh? All right, now you guys are getting the thing's getting speed run here. I gotta all right, let's see. Did anyone get it yet? Oh, we have a winner. We had a winner pretty early on. And the winner is, oh shit. B Poi, you are the winner. You are the winner. B Poi, email me, bro, or ma'am. B Poi, email me your Addy, and I'll drop that in the mail on Monday. How did he cheat? He didn't cheat. So the first hat's going to B Poi. Congratulations. Little heavier, edgier, more violent hat. You don't want the hat? Why did you enter the contest then? You're going to waste my time and make me do this again? You don't want the hat? I'm insulted now. You put a number in, you won, and now you're like, I don't want your hat. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Okay. All right. I get, well, B-Poi entered the contest and doesn't want the hat. Oh, man. All right. Well, I guess I appreciate it. Yeah, B-Poi's like, fuck your hat. I don't want your hat. All right. You know what, guys? Well, thanks to B-Poi. How about this? I didn't think I didn't think I'd had to say this. But I'm gonna obviously wait, but don't start bombing with numbers yet. I might do something different. Now that he doesn't want it, I still have 2 hats to give away. And so only enter. So here's the other thing that I thought I didn't have to say and explain. But here's the thing: if you don't want the hat, don't enter the contest. Okay. I'm trying to think now. Now you guys got me all screwed up. Oh, man, this is a good one. I am going to write down. Man, this one is I'm trying to think. How could I put some parameters on it? I can't be Sopranos trivia, Steven. Come on. I was going to do a random player, but I don't want to punish. That does punish people that I try to be fair about this shit, right? And so I'll tell you the guys this. I will announce the details after the season. There's going to be a massive giveaway show, and there's going to be all different ways to win. Some of it will be like I'll pick random people that repost shit. Some of it will be trivia like this. Some of it will straight up be like, say a number. There's going to be all different types of things. I'm obviously going to try to reward the people that watch me a lot by asking random things about myself or something in a video. But I don't want to punish the people who are newer fans. And so I don't want to always skew it towards like older trivia because that's not really fair either. Although on the big show, I will have some like that. All right. Let me think about this. You know what? So for the first hat, I'm just going to do the number again. No, B-Boy, I don't want to give it to a woman at the rink. I'd rather, give it to one of these fine people that are in this chat right now partying with us, celebrating this Devils win. All right. I'm not going to look at anything. Don't enter. Don't put a number if you don't want the hat. Okay. I didn't think I had to say that, but because of B-Boy, I have to now say the stipulation. If you don't want the hat, don't write a number. A number between 1 and 160 once again. That's it. That's it. Stop your guesses. Stop your guesses. Stop your guesses. We have a winner. Oh, shit. I hit the mic. And Chowski comes up with the dub. Chowski got the dub here. Chowski, email me your stuff, my man. And if you write in the chat that you don't want the hat, I'm gonna go ballistic. Chowski, email me your info, your address and stuff. Eric Clarkson. Oh man. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. I'm going to do the other hat in a couple minutes. No, I am a Jordan guy. Yeah, email me. I am a Jordan guy, but RME nailed it with Eric Clarkson. I was just thinking of random players, and Clarky came to my head, so I ran with the 23. I think when he's talking about Eric Clarkson, he's referring to, I call him Superman Clarkson in Philadelphia when he was on the net for a playoff goal. What a team that 2012 team was. Andrew says, Ace, my man, we were in this, baby. I don't know if you saw me during the game-winning goal, but I was on my feet for the whole damn thing. Let's go, baby. Very nice. Guys, we have a series. We are one win away we are a win on Sunday away from making this thing a best of 3. Chowski, I'm going to put my email in the thing right now. We are one win away from making this thing a best of 3 and one step closer to what would be mounting a miraculous comeback. for Gomer too, but for some reason, Clarkie, I was thinking of I was going to do the players thing, but then I said I didn't want to penalize newer fans. So then I was like, oh, I'll just kind of use that logic to pick the number. And I was doing it off Clarkie, but obviously if someone said Devils 23, Gomer is the first one that comes to mind for me. Pat's a shotgun a high noon on the stream for the Devils. They needed to win game 4. No, I can't right now. I can't do it right now. True story. Andrew, see you all on Sunday. Bring the energy. Got to bring that energy. Gotta bring the energy. And I'm hoping the crowd is slightly more lively. Again, I'm not going to say the crowd was bad, but it definitely wasn't up to what I was hoping for. But I think I had mentioned previously that I had my concerns that it was going to be again, because of, the season we had, the 2-0 hole. I was concerned with what the crowd would be like. And overall it was decent, but it just wasn't. It needs to be a little more juicy. Yeah, 30 goals in 2012. And then obviously we couldn't afford to keep them. Lost them in free agency to the Toronto Maple Leafs, who were kind of heralding him as the next Wendell Clark. And, he was injured and a lot of things happened, and it's unfortunate. Always loved Clarkie, though. Super nice guy. I actually talked to him for a while in Toronto during Marty's Hall of Fame induction weekend. Really nice guy. And then he was gonna bring me and my boy to get some beers, but the concession stands were closed. The hats are for sale on the website. I do got to mark them down a little bit because we're out of season, so I am going to put them on sale to try to get rid of however many I have left. I'm going to give some away too, but I would like to just sell through whatever I have left. Yeah, Mike Camilleri. We had so many random guys in that era that, they're just on some bad teams, like the Jordan Tutus of the world and Camilleri and, guys like Ryan Clough and Michael Ryder. I mean, some real weird times for the Devils. TSS's prediction for this game was 4-2. It was close, but still take it. I'll take any win. TSS says it was loud in the upper level. I was in the lower level. It's kind of, I could see certain sections being super loud, but overall, I feel like the arena as a whole needs to step it up a little bit. And I'm hoping with the series now being 2-1 Sunday that we will see that. And I think we will. Again, when you're down 0-2 hole, I get it. There's a lot of psychology at play with fans and the way crowds react and stuff. And, they're one game away now from this thing being all tied up and making it a best of 3 series. Ethan, we need to bury more pucks, though. Not enough goals. Yeah, no shit. The offense is dried up. But, hey, 3 goals, I'll take it. I thought, I've said for going into the series, I think we're going to have to win a lot of low-scoring games. 2-1, 3-2, and here's a 3-2. Hopefully Markey could shut it down in the next one, and we could explode. It would be nice to get a victory that we coast, just like a stress-free, where we just kind of just have the lead and we, just kind of coast on to win and don't have to worry about it. It would be nice. Steven said, Nemec said it was fucking amazing in his post-game interview, our captain teaching them well. Was that on the radio with Maddie? TSS also dialing heavier, edgier, more violent. Yeah, what a lay in the wood big time in that double OT. What a hit. What a hit. So I will tell you, it's that perfect example, right? Dowling crushed that dude. I jumped out of my seat and was like, oh, whatever I was yelling. And literally no one around me even reacted. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. On a hit like that in a real hockey market, the entire arena is up going crazy. I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of our fan base just not really, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't been able to quite put my finger on it. I think it's a combination of not being super into the team the way I am. Like, I obviously am a pretty high-level lunatic. I mean, listen, it's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting here on a YouTube live in front of my my devil's shrine over here. So, like, obviously I'm not the norm, but I think a lot of the people are into it, but they're not like, you know, if they lose, they're going to drive home and be like, huh, you know, what are we going to have for dinner tomorrow, Sharon? Meanwhile, I'll be like, I would have been miserable for weeks. So I think that's part of it. And I also think part of it is like, I don't know if it's people feel, I don't know. Do they feel like they're disturbing others by cheering? I'm not really sure. P-Funk says, Nemec's going from total dud to absolute stud faster than you could say Kane suck. What a huge momentum swing in this playoff series. I was disgusted for King stretch, for, I guess, long stretches, but what a win. Oh, I will take it. I will take it. Yeah, Camilleri was 23 as well. Greg, he got suspended right away in the preseason for jumping onto the ice to join a fight. Always loved Clarkey. My favorite Clarkey fight, he had some good ones, but the one I'll never forget is when he kind of ragdolled Sean Avery. I mean, it was awesome. Completely awesome. Oh, my God. Bobby Farnham. Forgot about him. Luke said Clark's maybe a St. Louis. Still should have traded him at the deadline. I got to disagree there, Luke. I mean, he played a pretty big part on that run to the finals. I mean, what would we really have gotten from him at the deadline? I can't remember all the details. I'm sure he would have probably fetched. Would he have gotten a first? I suppose he could have. Definitely at least a second, but still, in the end, I remember at the time thinking I'm okay with Lou not trading him because I think he's valuable for this playoff run, and he turned out to be pretty valuable. He had some big goals in that playoff run. And if we had won the cup, I mean, then I think, Luke, you would have been like, okay, well, it obviously worked out that we didn't trade him, and we were, you know, 2 wins away from that happening. Jason, we need to get more traffic in front of the net and get some greasy goals. Yeah, absolutely. We definitely need some greasy ones. Just crash the crease and hope for the best. Deflections, rebounds, lucky ricochets off somebody's skate, whatever it is, just send the bodies to the net. I'm always a big proponent of that, especially in the playoffs. Ethan, power play can't enter the zone. Also, just enter and set up without losing it. Second power play doing better than our first. Embarrassing. The power play has just been completely lost. It might be time to unleash Casey. Unleash the dragon. Seamus Casey. Luke, stress-free. What is this you speak of? Yeah, I know, right? It's been a very long time. Yeah, Dowling absolutely did smoke that guy. Husky says it's after midnight. Ace is dropping the F-bombs. It's after 2 a.m. Oh, all right, Steve. I didn't realize it. So I'll get it. If it's on the YouTube page, thank you. I'll check that out later. B Poi says Peter Stasny brought me to this team, bro. Wow. Old school fan. You're an older school fan than me. Luke said sitting down low is always like that. At the Meadowlands playoffs versus Toronto, they were discussing what's for dinner while the play was going on. Yeah, it's terrible. Chowski, certain guys are really showing up in this series. 2 that are on the top of the list for me are Dumoulin and Nemec. Nemec showing why Devils drafted him at 2 with the elevated play of the series. For sure. I talked about Dumoulin a little bit before. 2 monster games for him, obviously. The last game and then tonight. Playing big minutes and getting it done. I mean, we would be in, with all these injuries, we would be in some big trouble without him. It's just the D-core is just such a crazy, literally the whole D-core was injured throughout the year, and 5 of the 6 were injured in the past 6 weeks alone. Pesci and Luke were injured to start the season. Then a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, Dougie goes down. Then Siegenthaler goes down. And then in game 1, Luke and Dylan go down, and then Kovacevic tonight. I mean, the injury plague surrounding this team is like nothing I've ever seen. Anderchuk, of course. Yeah, like some of these guys that had like very short stints, the Devils, I don't consider. I mean, obviously they're still Devils, but when I think of the Devils, I think more of like long term. Luke, Ace, you're off on the years. He left 2 off seasons later, no playoffs, and he walked for nothing. Otto is rumored to be offered. Yeah, that's right, bro. My brain's fried. My bad, Luke. Yeah, I know. He didn't leave. He didn't leave when Zach did. He was here for a little after. That's right. I don't know why I was going with the cup. I don't remember this. That's a massive snafu then. Luke, what the hell happened there? I don't recall this at all for some reason. Did Lou think we were going to re-sign him for like super cheap? And then he was like, what are you talking about, buddy? I'm about to get paid mega. Especially if we weren't in the playoffs. Were we in the playoff hunt? Probably. So that would have been, what was that, 14, 15? Let's see. No, it was one season after. So I wasn't that. All right, so it was close. He left after 12-13. 12-13. One season after the cup run, the shortened season. Wait. Oh, the shortened season has me all messed up now. 19, 19, and 10, 48 points. So that was probably trash. Yeah, why wouldn't we have? That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's a weird one. Knowles, I've said this 500 times about is there any word on Luke and Dylan. This is the playoffs, and the what I'm going to call shenanigans is at an all-time high. Coaches and teams are not going to give concrete info because they want to keep the other side guessing. And so now, if you're Brindamore, you're trying to game plan for game 4. You're like, who are these people? Who are they even dressing on defense? We have no idea. Are we going to see Nemec? Are we going to see Chalowski? Are we going to see Casey? Is Luke Hughes coming back? Is Dylan coming back? Is Kovacevic out for the game? They have no idea. Furthermore, with some of these other potentials of a guy like Casey coming in, we might have some different pairings. And so I think the possibilities are endless, and you're not going to get real information. It's a chess match. It's the game within the game, and you're never going to get real injuries report, like the real status of injuries. So we're going to have to wait till the day of the game for each game going forward. That just is what it is. Ethan, Nason has to be taken off power play 1. He's clearly lacking in skill compared to other guys. Mercer probably the better option, but definitely not Nason. I mean, at this point, it's worth trying anything. Yo, I also got by one of our residents, James. I think he goes by James in I think it just shows up as his name, James Valenti. What a maniac. Went to the shooting range and had a Hurricanes target, and he sent me a picture of it. I'll post it on Instagram of the shot up logo. It's pretty funny. P-Funk, I've been praising Dowling since we got him. Dude is just a tough, hard-nosed guy who plays like he's shot out of a cannon and lays the lumber on people. Would love to see him score. I would love to see Dowling score. And he had that crazy chance in, was that last game? Wild stuff. Eventually he's going to be rewarded. It is crazy. Yeah, I still think, I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if he continues to have a good playoff, and I'm not saying it's ideal. I do think that there's a chance you might see him back next year. Our bottom 6 is in such disarray. I feel like some of these guys with a decent playoff might get a contract from Fitz. I feel like there's at least 2 spots in the bottom 6 where you're like, well, who is it going to be? And like, I don't know. Does Dowling claim one of them? I don't know if that's the best idea, but it wouldn't surprise me. Chowski, the injuries of the defense are crazy this year. I mean, the injuries the whole team, but specifically the defense is just completely crazy. Husky Unchained, Gomer is the true 23. Yeah, he would be my de facto 23. Two-time Cup champ. I mean, there's no real arguing there. And I would give I would go Gomer as 1A, and I would put Bruce Driver at 1B for the owners of 23. Knowles, serious question. Should I wear the same jersey for Sunday or switch it up? Help? Knowles, you're on a roll with stupid questions tonight. And don't get offended because I'm just busting chops. But that is a dumber question than the last one you asked. Of course you wear the same jersey. There's nothing to think about. This jersey is getting worn, the hat. I'm going to wear the same under t-shirt. I'm going to wear the same every single thing, and you better do the same, my friend. You better do the same. Luke said, Lou refused to negotiate in season, and Clarkson walked. It was 13 lockout. Marty got hurt. We couldn't win in a shootout. I said 2 off seasons. Oh, look at this guy, Mr. Technical. I guess if you're saying the 11-12 off season. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, Luke. You win. Go play with JP on X. Gomer gets my vote. Favorite number 23. Gomer's such a legend. Oh, man, I love Gomer. TSS coming with the stat boy. Carolina 12-24 on the road in the playoffs since 18-19. That's pretty bad. It's kind of crazy, actually. All right, it's crazy that at the end of the game, we had our worst roster on paper all season and got the biggest win of the year. Yeah, sometimes you just have to dig deep and find a way, and this group did it. Down a defenseman, Siegenthaler thrust into the action after being out for a while, conditioning not really where he wanted it to be, obviously, but, giving it a go for the boys and for the team. Keefe was going to try to shield his minutes a little bit, and what do you know? Defenseman down, double overtime, and Siegs goes out there and plays 27:09. How's that for a conditioning stint, my friend? Ethan, if Kovacevic is out, I believe it will be Chalowski. If Siegs wasn't able to play tonight, it was going to be Chalowski, so it'll probably be him. I don't think Casey can physically compete on defense in the playoffs. TSS, prediction for Game 4, 3-1 New Jersey, Dowling 2-goal outing. That is quite a prediction. Like I said before this game, I am not picky whatsoever. I will be ecstatic with a win any way it comes. And any goal scorers. And so that would be great. Would love to see Dowling have 2 goals. And that would, I think, cement his return for next season. I think Fitz would give him the contract right away. World Wars Gamer, there are not bad questions, just bad answers. Don't worry about it. Ryan, Devils D-Corps plagued by the injury bug. That would be an understatement. Complete understatement. The injury bug is insane. Insane. 5 of our 6 defensemen have been injured in the 5 of our top 6 defensemen, I should say, injured in the past month or so. Completely insane. Completely insane. Ryan, I would put Casey in if he's unavailable, but I'd probably be wrong. I like Casey's upside, so I understand the concern. And if it were up to me, I probably would have played him tonight because of his offensive upside. Now that we scored 3 goals, a whopping 3 goals, right, which is triple our average output through the first 2 games of the series. We obviously averaged 1 goal per game through the first 2, and we exploded for 3 tonight. I could see them being like, we don't need offense. The offense is chilling. We're good. We scored 3 goals. So I think that kind of thought process might be removed now. But I just think when you have a guy that could bring that much, kind of pizzazz offensively, you try it out. But I understand why they're deathly afraid of him getting, bashed in the D zone. But how many? I guess we're probably 1 injury away from them having no choice, right? I mean, If one other guy goes down, it's a wrap. Like, what are you gonna do? There's no one else. Ethan said, I definitely don't think it should be Dowling. I understand he's stepping up right now, but dude hasn't done much in the regular season. I completely agree. But a lot of whatever we get to round out the bottom six in the off season is going to be pretty underwhelming. You know, like I've said for a while, you hope they could contribute something, because the bottom six for most of this year was literally giving us nothing. LJ Ace, would you place a bid on Bastion's game used fishbowl helmet and place it in the studio backdrop? I don't think so. I mean, I don't helmets are kind of tough. I try to keep a somewhat of a, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know. The helmets I try to keep a little more special. Either like with some stupid extra sticker or something. So I'm a sucker for shit like that. So like this is actually the Timo 96. I gotta put this in a box too. This freaking thing is dusty. But this is the Timo 96 before he switched his number. And that's got the sticker from the playoffs. LJ, wear the same jersey. Absolutely. Ryan, shout out to the boys and gals, Devils fans hanging at almost 3 a.m. hyped. I mean, it's crazy, right? I'm like not even like remotely tired at all. It's wild. Knowles, bring on the ball busting. I need someone to make me feel like a moron to make obvious decisions sometimes. Oh my God, I'm getting the arena food burps over here. Winnipeg Tourism Bot is happy, but waiting for game 4. What's up, Brandon? Sean, just got home. One of the best games I've ever been to. Let's go Devils. Holy shit, Sean, where do you live, dude? You must have had some hike. How bad was it getting out of Newark? Oh, it was so bad. I was so pissed off. It took me like, I don't know. I want to say probably 25 or 30 minutes to get out of the parking lot alone. I think it was just like bump. I'm not going to lie. Regular season games, obviously, there's usually less people, and a lot of people leave early and shit. After regular season games, I normally jog to my car and the lot, and I usually get out like immediately. And that's how I know a lot of people are like, how the hell did you get on a live so quickly after the game? And I'm like, dude, I cook it out of the arena and then fly home. But that wasn't happening tonight. I didn't feel like jogging. I was taking in the sights and sounds, enjoying the views, walking around the arena outside and seeing the sea of people all excited for a massive New Jersey Devils playoff win. And so, yeah, but that cost me dearly, because then I was swiftly reminded why I do run to my car like a psycho and try to get the hell out of Dodge immediately, because the parking lot situation is a debacle. Absolute debacle. Luke says, Ace, I read from JP on X that Allen played defense in high school. Odds Keith tries him there. Oh, man, that's funny. TSS, Slovakians dominated today. Slavkovsky and Nemec. Nice. Nice. B-Poi says, Devils and Nordiques have the best logos. I always like the Nordiques logo, for sure. It's crazy. I don't know if you guys remember at one of our regular season finales, and I believe it was like, I want to say it was like 2000 and probably 10, 2000 and maybe even 2009. A bunch of, they called themselves Nordiques Nation. A bunch of them came from Quebec in buses, and I forget exactly what the purpose was, but they basically were trying to you know, go to a hockey game and kind of show that they're like a good fan base that's deserving of an expansion team. And this was like 15 years ago, and it still hasn't happened for them. Those poor people. My heart goes out to them. They just wanted a team back. Ethan, but if Casey's pinned in our zone, he can't win a board battle. He won't be able to play offense. Can also lead to goals against. Yeah, obviously, but sometimes you got to roll the dice. But I agree. I don't think it's going to happen unless it was like a complete necessity. Like I said, from like multiple or at least one more injury could possibly do it if Kovacevic is still out. Knowles, NJ Devils Instagram just put up Chief Keef's after game hype speech. It's straight fighting fuel. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. Whalers were another good one for sure. Go Boro, what's going on? Let's go Devils. Jay Snow, Dowling realistically shouldn't be on the roster. No, I agree. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's back. I'm happy for the guy, but you got to be realistic. Brent Burns was drafted as a forward, then switched to a D-man. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a great, right? But this is not like people talk about this like this is a very common thing. You're talking about one guy in the past however long. I don't even know. Is there another example of it that someone's going to cite and be like, oh, you didn't know this? I did know that about Burns. But it's obviously not typical to see something like this. Go Boro, but would you keep Dowling as a backup if Glass Cotter go down? I'm very curious. I mean, I'll be making videos about a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously not to the extent of the regular season, but I will have a bunch of off-season stuff leading up to the draft and free agency. And obviously one of them is going to be like, you know, something about what is the bottom six going to look like in the future. And it's interesting. It's an interesting thing, but I'm not there yet. I'm still on playoff hockey because our New Jersey Devils in double overtime. I'm trying to keep it down. Courtesy of Shimo Nemec. Let's go. Going into game 4, looking to tie this thing up. Oh, you forgot about Timo 96. You see, that's a special collector's item right there. That's the old school number. That was his first playoff with the Devils. Ethan, Devils have an underrated logo as the horn and tails of a devil and the letters of our state. Represents everything about our team. Epitome of a perfect logo. I couldn't agree more. It's such a beautiful logo. And that's why you've seen it. You know, you've seen people. You've seen people just wear Devils hats or shirts or jerseys because they like the logo and like don't give a shit about the team, which I think is a testament to the fact that it is a sick logo, right? Go Boro, also the coloring and aesthetic of the support of the logo is amazing too. Trains were horrible. I'm not surprised, Ryan. Public transit is one of my worst fears and nightmares in life. I absolutely despise public transit for so many reasons. I had mentioned a little while ago, or I don't know how long ago now, I'm delirious, but at some point on the stream, I mentioned that I'm like kind of a germaphobe, a little bit of a germaphobe. One of the things about some of the public transits is like how filthy they are, and it just grosses me out. And then obviously just like, you know, dealing with people, like I really don't like people in a lot of contexts. And like whether you're on a bus or a train, even airplanes, obviously airplanes are unavoidable, but public transit for me is just an absolute nightmare. Aside from being gross and being tightly packed in with people, is the unpredictability factor and the delays and the this and the that, and I just can't do it. So I have some friends that are like, so sometimes if we're going to something in the city, like, oh, you want to take the train or whatever, and I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I'd rather walk there than take the train. I'm like, I'll just drive. Like, I just can't. What happened? Were the trains all delayed or just overly packed? Sean, Wurtsboro, New York. I have no idea where the hell that is. Now I have to look it up. Sullivan County, eh? Sullivan County. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to be more than that. 80 miles, an hour and a half from the Rock. That's a nice trek, though. Self-proclaimed biggest Devils fan in New York. You might be in the running. Unless someone comes in with like, yeah. What a game. What a game. B-Boy, let's go Devils. Knowles, love Timo. He was all gassed tonight. He was in the zone, bro. Yeah, I wish he could have ripped it over Freddie's glove. I'm surprised that people probably were mentioning it. People were probably mentioning it during the game, I'm sure, a lot. Ethan, sitting in Newark traffic is much easier when you're blasting Rock and Roll Part 2 on repeat post-win. Oh, man. Wait, for those of you who are at the game and are old school fans, did anyone catch the clip with Yanni? There was a Yanni appearance, and I believe it didn't come out till like overtime. It was either I think it was in overtime. I was going ballistic. They played a video that had Yanni in it. I couldn't believe it. I think it might be the first time I could recall hearing it in the Rock. Ryder, I could never have asked for a better story than Nemec with a 2 OT winner. F yeah, boys, parked by the college. FYI. I don't know where that is. I park a couple blocks away, but it's perfect. So I could get there quick and get out quick. Luke, I think Dowling has earned another veteran minimum contract and should be in Utica all year. I wouldn't mind that. That can make sense. And then, when we inevitably have 95 injuries next season, he could fill in. Hopefully not play 60 games or whatever he played this year, 50-something. P-Funk Ace, do you own a Kansas City Scouts jersey? I do not, actually. I do not. Magus, thank you for the super. Cheers for Siegs to finally be back on the ice. He's my boy Ace. I believe you're coming live from the motherland, right? Switzerland, I believe. Switzerland loves the Devils because we had Schmid was Swiss too, wasn't he? Now we just have Timo, Nico, and Siegs. Thank you for the super. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's our boy, too. He was supposed to get eased back into action. He had to play 27 minutes tonight because we were down a D-man and decided to blow a 2-goal third-period lead and go into double overtime before we could wrap this thing up. I lost my spot, but thank you very much. I appreciate it, and hopefully he has another good game next game. We need to get back. We need to get this thing tied up. Luke says, Tatar, Sprong, Lazar, Bastion should all be gone. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be real, and it's going to, a lot of it obviously is going to depend. Well, not a lot of it, but I think Luke's payday will have a bearing on a lot of other things, which is why I hope it gets done sooner than later because it can't get dragged out like Mercer's was. I mean, that was just stupid. I got very mad that when that into training camp was absurd. Knowles, apparently Gritsuk liked Nemec go on Instagram. I mean, why wouldn't he? Right? They're going to be teammates next year. Luke said Burns played forward and D a lot, though not comparable. Jay Snow, please don't even say Dowling playing center for this. Oh, I was going to say if he gets a bottom six role, it should definitely be on the wing. No, definitely not as center. Yeah, I was thinking more of like a depth winger. But I like the idea that I think Luke threw it out there just to give him the veteran deal and put him in Utica. And we just have him as a just in case, which, unfortunately, I mean, my God, with the way the injuries have played out. Big Buff. Yeah, Big Buff was another one that played forward in D, right? Big boy. Yeah, Curtis, though, he hasn't played defense here at all. Go Boros says the trains in NJ are lush compared to UK trains. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I would not want to be on those trains then. Yeah, no sleep for sure. Quick jump. Oh, Zurich, Switzerland. It's morning there. I guess it's morning here too. LJ, random, although I liked it. I knew that VTech tribute logo mask was only going to be worn for L's and tears, wishing I'd retired it after one game. You're referring to the Marty one, right? The one that kind of looked like Marty's mask? Vegas, you made my day, Ace, along with Nico. Nico's the man, the captain. Nico, he's Shauza. In-house possible replacements for bottom 6 foot, Hallinan, Gritzuk, Salmonen, LeChance. Foot, I could definitely see, and Hallinan. I think Gritzuk is almost a slam dunk. I mean, it would be great if he, was a legitimate top 6, right? If you're like, holy shit, this kid's a top 6 guy, that'd be phenomenal. But I think at worst case, he's a bottom 6, and I do agree. Foot and Hallinan for sure. Salmonen, who the hell's Salmonen? I don't know. And LeChance. You think he's going to be able to kind of, I guess, skip, or maybe not necessarily skip, but you don't think he's going to play in the A for any sort of extended time? You think he's ready for the show? It'd be interesting. I can never tell. Like, college is so weird to me. Like, some guys could come out and just not skip a beat, and then some guys it never clicks for them after college. I'd be curious, but obviously I love the size. LeChance is a monster. Yanko, in other news, people are going nuts over the WAG jackets. So it's funny, that guy eventually got into hockey. The guy that made them, I knew about him years ago from something unrelated, and he's done better hockey ones. They were okay. I don't think it was his best work, if I'm being honest. I've seen ones I liked a lot better. But they were cool for sure. David, I think all the hitting and board work we've been doing wore out the Canes by the time we got to OT. We may not be better than the Canes, but we are more physical, and it paid off tonight. And hopefully they can continue to do that. Beat them into submission. Heavier, edgier, more violent, and it wins games. And for the crowd of people, and for the people like JP on X and the idiots like him that think, and they make fun of, and physicality this, and where's all the grit people? Do you watch the playoffs and do you watch hockey? Because you see what it does. Physicality will always matter. Will always matter. And we might be softening this team up right now. Soften them up real nice. Knowles, yeah, I've had girls ask to steal my hats because they love the Devils logo. No clue about the sport, especially the Marty special Devil's tail hat I have. Very nice. I need to get a new one because I think that was the hat I was wearing when Nico got that hat trick in November. Launched on the ice, baby. You guys know the rules. Someone gets a hattie, that thing got to go. TSS, the Yanni clip was used during 2018 playoffs. Unhinged Devs fan, Yanni and Rock and Roll Part 2, we need that shit. Absolutely. People are still here because we're winners, baby. We are winners and we are partying. Art, this thing got started super early. I mean, super late. Super early, super late. I guess it could have been early. I think it was after midnight. Yeah, Yanni, old school Yanni. Matt, Yanni intro was sick. They played it when they honored the 2003 Cup team a few years ago. They did? In my memory, shit. I was at all these things too, but I can't remember. Magus, yep, Akira back in the NHL too. For how long? Greetings from Sir. He got into the game last night in relief. Jay Snow, Ace, when they got that late power play, did you have a feeling they were going to tie it because 100% knew they were scoring? Obviously, I did not feel good about it. and they scored on the power play before. I was like, oh no, here we go. I think I even said out loud, I'm like, here we go. Was hoping for the kill, and then they scored, and then I'm like, then you just feel gross. It just feels like it's all going downhill. David, what a thrilling double OT playoff victory. Perfect time to discuss next year's fourth line, hockey fans. Well, I mean, how much more can we tell? We're all over the place here, David. I just pull up what the people are talking about, I'm curious to see. Yeah, we're not going to know until the next game. Would love to see what defensemen are going to play. It's so crazy. It's like we have 3 that are up in the air. Is Kovacevic good? Is Luke good? Is Dylan good? We don't know. We do not know at all. But what I do know is nicohischier will be there, looking to bring us to another victory and tie this thing up. Jason, imagine if Fitz actually got us some scoring help. Scratching my head. Oh, don't get me started. So we shall call him Gritzy. Is that Gritsu? World's Worst Gamer. Yeah, I'm not accepting in-house solutions for scoring help next season. I would prefer not to as well. But again, there's so many holes that you're going to see some in-house solutions for sure. And some will be bought in the open market, but a lot are going to be in-house solutions, whether that's, draft picks, guys that are in the organization or on the roster right now, dare I say. Turco, my man Brian, what's up? My voice is shot. Did you go to sleep and wake up, or you just never went to sleep, Brian? My voice is shot too. My whole body's shot. My whole body is shot. Luke, I got to go to bed. Good stuff, Ace. Let's get that win Sunday. Let's go Devils. TSS, most important stat, Devils still never swept in a playoff series, which is amazing. Amazing. All right. I said I was going to give away 2 hats. I only gave away 1 so far. So what am I going to do for the second one? What am I going to do for the second one? I think Luke's done. You think for the playoffs, Snow? That would suck so bad, dude. For the whole playoffs, you think? And they're just pretending like he's day-to-day? It's possible. Your drip is beautiful, Ace. What drip? I don't know. What is the drip? Still up. Look at you running on adrenaline, huh? So am I. I'm not going down anytime soon. Oh, okay. Jay Snow, just move Dougie and buy out Plot and we can really fix this roster. Yeah, but Snow, you say you're saying it like it's like open the refrigerator and get a beer out of it and bring it to me. Like, just move Dougie and buy out Plot. I mean, I suppose buy out Palat, if you decide to do that, is super easy, but there is financial implications of that. And it's like, with the actual savings, is it really worth doing? I suppose it could be. This is with this lighting. There it is. Heavier, edgier, more violent. It's hard to show because the lighting sucks when I'm trying to do it like this. But all embroidered with a little, the little devil horn. Oh, there we go. That's how I do it. All embroidered on there. And I got the, you got the running with the devils right on the back. Nice thick embroidery. So that's going to be the hat. We gave 1 away. And about to give a second one away. I did just show the hat, the jersey, the hat. Okay. Hydrate, people. Sleep is optional. It's true. You just need water. You just need water. All right, let me think how I'm going to do the second hat. We already had a winner on the first one, which was just the old guess the number. The old guess the number trick. This one I'm going to do some kind of trivia here. Let me think about this for a minute. I got to think. Like I said, I'd like it to be fair. Dougie for Quinn with salary retention? That will never happen. Jason, no, Dougie, now's the summer to move him. We have 2 right-hand D, can have Nemec Burnings last year, ELC and Utica. No, I agree. It all makes sense, but where are you going to be able to find a home, find a deal that's sensible? Is the question. Luke says Palat to San Jose with a 2nd and a 3rd, easy. Doesn't he have a I'm pretty sure he has some sort of yeah, he has a no move and whatever the hell he's got. There's some restrictions on him for sure. This is like, you got to be, this one has clauses, no move clause and a MNTC. What the hell is that? A modified no trade. So he has a 10 trade list. Okay. So he has a 10 team trade list. So you got to get his buy-in to send him to a place like San Jose, which would be curious. Luke says Doug is to Anaheim. Oh, Dougie to Anaheim. They want to compete and they need him. B-Boy. Ottawa win next game. Does Brady leave? It's interesting. I mean, they made the playoffs, so I think that's all he was looking for. But if they do get swept, that could really, I don't know. I'd be curious. I do think it could be I'm curious to see how it all plays out. I don't want to fantasize. Brady's my number 1 guy, non-devil. Luke was going to bed and the hat came out. Kelly Clarkson. Pat K, plop out the summer saves $2.4 million next season, 3 season after, and then 1.4 negative against the cap for 2 seasons. Yeah, that's why I think it just might not be worth it. Like, you might be better off just, I don't know. David with plot, you can't waive him, and he picks 10 teams at the beginning of the season that you are allowed to trade him, and Brady ain't going anywhere, not happening. I'm still not so sure about Brady. I think maybe not just yet, but if he feels like they're not really close to truly competing, I think he'll ask out. I think he will ask out. All right, let me figure out how I'm going to do this hat. All right, this one I'm get your key. Get for anyone who's interested in the hat. And again, now I have to say it because I didn't realize. If you don't want the hat, don't answer. But this one's going to reward. This is just a stupid trivia question to reward people who watch me the most and pay attention to what I say. So this one's just a trivia question about me for the second hat. I am an uncle to how many nieces and nephews, and what are they? That's the trivia question. The first person to answer the question will get the hat. To answer it correctly. I'm an uncle to what? What are my... We have a winner. We have a winner, and I don't know if it's a lucky guess or not. Unhinged Devs fan, you are a winner, sir. I don't know if you just lucky guessed or if you pay attention, but either way, you are the winner. I have 2 nephews. Any day now, it's going to be 3, but as of right now, it's 2 nephews, and you are the winner, Unhinged Devs fan. I'm assuming you want the hat, not like B-Poi. So, Unhinged Devs fan, shoot me an email. Oh no. On my screen, it shows Unhinged Devs fan first. Let me see. Oh, we got controversy always. On my chat, on my screen, and on the YouTube chat on my phone, it shows Unhinged Devs fan as well. Can you see this? I just want you to see, Snow. This is never going to focus, this freaking lights. But on my screen, it definitely shows on my internal program here where the live is, and on the on my phone in the. Oh, so everybody's backing me up that I saw Unhinged first. Yeah, everything is showing Unhinged first on mine as well. But guess what? Because I'm a swell guy, Snow. Yeah, don't. He goes, oh, I answered before him. You could give it to him. I don't care. Snow, first of all, just realize no one's trying to rip you off, bro. You didn't answer before him. It might have showed that on your end, but everyone else saw that Unhinged was first. But you know what? I'm in a great mood, and because your New Jersey Devils won tonight, guess what, Snow? You win too, baby. You send me an email too, and you're getting a hat. And you get a hat. And you get a hat. And the New Jersey Devils get a win. A win. All right, guys, I'm losing it now. It's delirium. I have a lot of shit to do here. But Snow, email me. You win too, bro. But just so you know, Unhinged really beat you. I saw Unhinged first. Unhinged is first. World's Worst Gamer, I can't see anything. My eyes are destroyed from watching the Devils' horrible power play. Snow, I believe that it shows on your end that it was first. But everyone else sees the same thing I'm seeing in my internal program, and then when I pull it up elsewhere, you're second. But listen, it doesn't matter. I believe you that it shows that on your end. Shoot me an email, you win. You win too. But you're getting the runner-up prize. But it's the same prize. But just know you were close, but you were second place. But you still win. Oh man. Yeah, my voice is dunzo. Cody, you good, Ace. Your voice is almost gone, but yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hats all around. Now, there's going to be a big giveaway show soon. It's going to be the fan appreciation when the season's over. When the season's over, I'm going to be giving away a ton of shit. I'll be probably, I don't know. There might have to be like a precursor video to explain it all because I don't want to deal with any drama. But yeah, that'll be a fun one. That one's going to be a variety of things. There'll be like trivia questions, stupid shit. I'll do the number thing. You guys like the numbers. Seems to be a popular one. Wow. But the New Jersey Devils, guys. Shimo Nemec, the double overtime hero. The double overtime hero. This is rigged. It's not rigged. Giving away a Rags jersey to burn. I wouldn't even have such a thing in my property. MSG Vault loudest goal live I've cheered for in 15 years as a Devils fan was that Nemec OT winner. 15 years. Well, I'm not going to lie. I freaked out, but the Henrique goal in the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals. Knowles, where's everybody hanging before the game Sunday? I need to know. I want to try and be cool. There's really nowhere to go. It's just basically like the big championship plaza in front. Oh, you're talking about live games. All right, MSG, I get you. Yeah. The big fan fest in front, and then there's like the little street on the side with the two bars. There's not really like it's all kind of concentrated in one area. Cody Skills, good night, y'all. See you game 4. Let's go Devils. Trevor, can you imagine if our Utica Devils can win the series after going down 2-0? It'd be amazing. I'm confused. What are you talking about? You take it. I have the towel. What are you talking about the towel? The giveaway was for the hat. This is my towel. I'm just swinging the towel because I'm excited because the Devils won. Just is this the old towel? I might even be. This is the old towel. Where the hell did the towel go? I'm swinging the wrong towel. That's the old towel. This is the new towel. Raise hell. Emailed you back in July about my CCM Stevens 2000 jersey. Hell's bells. Yeah. All right, cool. Unhinged. Unhinged. I got your email out in Cali. Okay. You're probably the only person in Cali with Devils. I guess there's probably a couple people with Cali shit. With Devil stuff out there. All right, Snow, do you want this hat or not, bro? Email me if you do. Wow. My voice is Dunzo. Dunzo. What a night. What a night to be a Devils fan. This might be not the longest live, but I think the latest live for sure. 321 is psychotic. Pure insanity. Pure insanity. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we'll wind this down. You know the deal. Going to take a leak. Thoughts, comments, questions, final celebration lines, whatever you got. I do like the suggestions, like I always say. Doesn't mean I'm always going to do them all. But I like seeing what you guys got because some of them I will do if I think they're, they make sense and are worth doing. 2-minute bathroom break. The closing chapter of the program at a ridiculous 3:30 a.m. Throw it out there. I'll be back in 2 minutes and we'll wind this thing down. Your New Jersey Devils down 2-1 now. They be right back. 2 minutes. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Wow. I'm fired up. I have so much. Yeah, check out tomorrow. I'll have slightly more cohesive thoughts in a video, obviously, the game recap. And then I'm going to have the vlog. I'll have a bunch of shorts. There's going to be a lot of Game 3 video footage from out there in the streets of the Prudential Center tomorrow on the channel. Wow, what a night, guys. I feel so good. I don't want this feeling to end. We have to win Sunday now. Sunday, oh, man. Sunday is going to be a ruckus event. I don't even know. So 3:30, doors are open at 2. The Fan Fest, I think, will open up, I guess, at 12:30 then. I think they're doing the Fan Fest. They have it all gated off. So, like, it's kind of, I wish they opened it a little earlier, but whatever. I think Fan Fest will open up at 12:30, I imagine. I have to double check that. But the bars will probably be open before that. Come have a Sunday morning brewski or so out there. I'm sure that'll probably be a very fired up environment. A little more so than tonight, I'd imagine, because now we're one step closer. Unhinged. I saw another truck with a devil sticker here. Nice. Spooky. It's a spooky morning, dude. I'm gonna have to hit the caffeine because I got a long road ahead of me here. When I sign off here, it's the work is just beginning, but this was phenomenal. World's worst gamer for sure. I better go finish supper, taking highlights, and then see coverage of the game. Yeah. I'm excited to watch the I want to see the Keith video. I got to see a couple things here. David Chimes, just rewatched the Nemo goal again. Thing of beauty, and the passing on our first goal was perfect. Oh, the captain got sprung in all alone. Knowles, whatever happened to that email thing a week or so back about what is that? About what? Oh, future events and stuff. So I was hoping I'd get more emails, if I'm being honest. I had a really cool idea, but they're just I didn't think there'd be enough people to pull off what I wanted to do. So I have everyone's email, and I'll definitely, when the time comes, which should hopefully be at some point next year, everyone who emailed will obviously be on the email list for that. But in terms of the event I was hoping for the first round, there wasn't enough people to pull that off. Oh, World's Worst Gamer, thank you, sir, for the super. World's Worst Gamer for sure. What is that picture of, by the way? Your profile picture. I can't tell what that is. I can't tell what that is. It looks like a dead bloody animal on a dock or something. I can't tell. It's pretty dark, dude. Thank you for the super. Oh, I missed this. Hold on. I missed a couple things here. Give me a second. Can someone teach Siegs how to fist fight in the NHL? Can't be Thai boxing. Wouldn't this make the crowd happy, including you, Ace? Oh, Magus. That'd make me so happy. But let's be real. Siegenthaler is not fighting anytime in this lifetime. Evan the Destroyer, are you the uncle who spoils them? Occasionally. Not like over the top, but, you know, they get spoiled a little bit. They're spoiled by everybody. They have a lot of other – they have a couple other – so they have my nephews have me. I'm the oldest of all the fam. But they have me and they have two other uncles. And then they have, I'm just talking about blood relatives, two other uncles and then two aunts. So they got a lot of people buying them shit. They thoroughly enjoy the holidays. They clean up those little bastards. They got a list and they're like, I want this from you and I want this from you. I'm like, and the oldest one's only 8 and his list gets crazier. You know, he asked for a MacBook. I looked at him and I was like, what are you nuts? This kid asked me for a MacBook. I said, buddy, what do you think this is? A MacBook? All right, let me skip back down here now. World's Worst Gamer, thank you. All right, I'm getting back to the current. I missed a couple up the top there. Yeah, the future events and stuff. So yeah, I will be emailing everyone. When the time is right. It's just too early. It's just too early. Didn't have enough people. World's Worst Gamer, my son was saying in the second OT he thought the Devils looked dominant. I didn't see it as I was too angry to watch OTs. Was that the case? They dominated the overtime. For sure. The overtime they did dominate. It was 9 shots to the Devils, 2 for the Canes. And then Nemo scored pretty quickly into the second overtime. So there wasn't really much time to. It was super early into the session. Pat K, shout out to the fellow psychos up at 3:30 a.m. Isn't it? You guys are nuts, huh? Everyone's fired up. Art says go to bed. No, I'm not going to bed anytime soon, my man. I got a lot to do in front of me here. World's Worst Gamer at Pat. I have a friend asking me to go see a local concert in the evening, but I don't think I'll make it. Worn out from hockey. Isn't that mentally and physically exhausting? The band is called the Action Figures. Dead Island video game. Okay. That makes sense from a guy with the name World's Worst Gamer for sure. Get him one with the Core 2 Joe. Yeah, I'm like, what do you even know about a MacBook? Like, I don't, you know, the kids are obviously very good with technology and shit. Like, you give them a phone and they could, you know, do whatever. But I'm like, MacBook. I'm like, bud, let's be real. Like, I'm not buying you a MacBook. You're 8 years old. Maybe one day, but not today. World's Worst Gamer says only Mac I like is John McClane. What about mac and cheese? M. Payton had to watch the game on a VPN on a hotspot on my phone from Punta Cana. My God, what a game. Finding Nemo, baby. Oh, man, look, that's dedication, Matt. But screw you. You're in Punta Cana. I'm in New Jersey. But I was able to see the double OT goal live. If I'm being honest, I would take that over Punta Cana, but I would love to be in Punta Cana. Ryan just got done from work. Nemec finally showed up. Let's go. Just got done. Where do you live, Ryan? Where are you located? All right, guys. Closing time. Wow. Well, Noel says Core 2 Duo. What year is it? 2000? I don't even know. Is Intel still making processors? I don't even know. What was the good one back in the day? Like the Pentium 4? I know now there's like AMD and all this shit, right? I'm not up on my I'm not up on my, processor game at the moment. Anyone got any parting words before I end this thing? Anyone got a final thought of wisdom? Thoughts? Anything insightful? Man, we're back in this thing, guys. We are so back in this thing. Anyone? All right, it's a Trenton. Oh, boy. A mix of Devs, Flyers, and Rangers fans. Wow. Pat, let's rock the rock on Sunday. Let's go Devils. Oh, we're going to rock that rock, all right. The rock is going to be jumping for Game 4. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful day at the rock. At the rock. World's Worst Gamer. Parting words. We won. The players needed it. This is fun again. I agree wholeheartedly. The players needed it. The fan base needed it. And we're back in this thing. We are back in this thing, and I hate the Canes so much, and I want to beat them so badly. But thank you all for joining me on this fine evening / morning, whatever you want to call it. The New Jersey Devils cut the series deficit to 2-1, beating the Hurricanes in Game 3 by a beautiful score of 3-2 on a Shimon Nemec double overtime goal. And wow, what a night to be a fan. We are back. It's crazy. Isn't it so crazy? Like, that goal was like the Nemec goal was everything. If the Canes scored, it's 3-0. Like, what a huge goal. What a huge goal, especially if we could somehow come back and win the series. I mean, it'd be crazy. Let's just take one game at a time. But my God, the difference between this being a dogfight of a series now and essentially being over. Double OT. Completely insane. Completely insane. Hopefully Nemo turned this thing around for us. What a story. What a story for Nemo. But thanks all for showing up. It's been fun. I am on fumes, but I got a lot to do. Lots of stuff coming to the channel tomorrow. The Devils are back in this thing. And wow. Like I said, emotionally and physically drained. But here we are, guys. The season ain't over yet. And I'll be here acting a fool till the very end. The Devils are back in this thing. Hopefully I see some of you Sunday. Ryan, what do you mean got another shot in me? What does that mean? I'll do a bottle shot on the way out. Let me see. It's a small one. Cheers to you. It can't be a big one. It's going to be a small one. Cheers to you, Ryan. Cheers to the rest of you. I'm going to do a little bottle shot of the dirty devil. Just cheers. I don't really want to do this, but I will. Oh, that one went down bad at 3:36. I'm not going to lie. I just wasn't ready for it, Ryan. I hate you. I absolutely hate you, Ryan. All right. That was so unnecessary. That was so unnecessary. That's it, guys. We're back in this thing, baby. We are back in this thing. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. You'll see lots of stuff tomorrow, the vlog, some cool shit, maybe a Stanley Cup ring appearance in the vlog, or maybe we'll see some things. But that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. It's been fun. The Devils are alive. It's a beautiful night to be a Devils fan. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.